The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod Communications, GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Kentuckiana Football Friday starts now. Presented by Interstate Batteries.
Good evening and welcome. Mike Beck and Paul Love here tonight at Brownstown High School, Brownstown, Indiana, for the game between the Charlestown Pirates and the Brownstown Central Braves. Good evening, Paul, and welcome.
Thank you, Mike. I'm just sitting here in awe, just looking out on this beautiful facility and a beautiful night, and what we hope is going to be a real beautiful football game.
It's perfect weather conditions, not even time to say game day weather, but I'll go ahead and give that out right now because it is such a beautiful night. Game day weather brought to you by CASA. CASA is a volunteer enrichment program for young children. If you'd like to be a volunteer, you can call them 812-285-0743. Game time temperature 76 degrees. It's the middle of August, Paul.
Wow.
Beautiful night here. We had just a little bit of cloudiness and some rain early, but it's moved out. The skies are clearing up, and we're here at a brand new facility for Brownstown Central, and it's a beautiful field.
I've not seen any better. Swear to goodness, it is the coloration and the stripings, and it's just beautiful facility.
We are here on opening night of this brand new facility. They've got a new press box and new seats last year. Turf field was on tap for this year, and it's just unveiled tonight, just finished this week. They were putting the final touches on the canopy up in the press box as we pulled into the parking lot. So this is about as new as it gets. But we're not here for the field. We're not here for the stands or the press box. We're here for the football action, and we've got a good game in store, I believe, tonight.
Well, it's got to be a deciding game as far as the Mid-Southern Conference is concerned. These two teams perennially at the top of the league, and they're going for bragging rights tonight, maybe a conference championship. Who knows? Hard
to say that the second game of the season could decide the standings at the end, but this game may well be that type of game. We'll go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, we're going to hear from Coach Jason Hawkins of Charlestown and Coach Reed May from Brownstown and get their thoughts on tonight's action. We'll take this break, and we'll be right back with coverage right here on Glycod.com. Stay with us, folks. A lot of football coming your way right after this.
Federal Neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure. But it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
When you want the best in oral surgery, try Kentuckiana Oral and Maxillofacial Surgical Associates. Think of us as KYOMS. Whether it's implants or dentures, reconstructive surgery, or wisdom teeth removal, KYOMS specialists combine their experience with the latest technology to give you the highest level of comfort and care. To find out about our 4 Louisville locations, visit us online, KYOMS.com. That's KYOMS.com.
The W.M. Kelly Company, complete metal manufacturing located in New Albany. They are always looking for experienced welders and machine operators. If you're interested in becoming part of their team, contact W.M. Kelly's Human Resources Office at 812-945-3529 or send an email to info@wmkelly.com. W.M. Kelly. Designing, building, innovating. This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by the W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany. With over 40 years' experience in metal manufacturing, WMKelly.com.
This is Paul Love with Glycod.com, streaming live from Brownstown, Indiana today. The Charlestown Pirates invade the Brownstown Braves in what is proving to be a very important Mid-Southern Conference matchup. And I'm privileged to meet, and I mean that a privilege and an honor, to meet with Jason Hawkins, the head coach of Charlestown. And the reason I say that is he and I go way back to the days in Clarksville when he was a player there. I coached some, and I was principal during that time, and most of all his father, who was the longest tenured coach at Clarksville in football. So, Jason, it's an honor to be here and watch you tonight, and you got off to a good start last week.
I really appreciate that. Dad's health is not doing very well at the moment, and he's going to have a surgery in September. We're hoping that's going to help, but this will be the second game in a row that he's missed, and that's the most games that he's missed since I've been at Charlestown. So, I'm looking forward to tonight. Our kids are looking forward to it. It's a big game for us. We played really well last week, and we're hoping that we can build off of that.
Well, it is a big challenge. I don't need to tell anybody that. To me, it's the most important game maybe in the area tonight. It could now we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but it could very well prove to be the championship game for the conference before all is said and done. You've got a really good running back there, but also you got some pretty good guys up front. Tell us a little bit about your offense.
Our offensive line is 5 seniors, and they really worked very hard in the offseason, and a lot of them played last year, so they got a little bit of experience under their belt. Marion's a special player. He makes moves and can make people miss like few people that we've had here in the last 10 years. Our offense is pretty good. We feel like that we can run the ball. We're going to come. Brownstown knows that we're going to come out and try to run it, and they're going to try to stop it. So I guess we'll find out tonight who wins.
That's right. It's again, you know each other quite well. I'm sure you scouted along the way. What about Brownstown maybe worries you the most as far as their offense is concerned?
Their offense is very unique. They run a wing tee, a lot of ball fakes, very good at it. Coach May is one of the best coaches in the state. Their defense is really fast. They get to the ball. We're hoping that we can push them around, but they fly to the football and pretty good tacklers. So we know we have our work cut out for us, and we know that we're going to have to play our best game to beat Brownstown.
Well, and again, they got you last year at your place, so turnabout's fair play, I'd say, this year, wouldn't you? Everybody healthy tonight? Everybody good to go?
Everybody's healthy, fired up, and ready to go.
Okay, Coach, thank you very much for your time, and good luck tonight.
All right, thank you. Thanks.
What brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance, no matter what time it is.
And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Just call or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Remember to contact Theresa Lamb in New Albany.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
Paul Love back here at Brownstown Central High School, where the Braves are going to host the Charlestown Pirates in a very important Mid-Southern Conference game. With me, Coach Reed May from Brownstown. Talked to you, Coach, a little bit last year. You've been around here for a while, I know, and you've had just an awful lot of success. I can even remember days back when I was at Clarksville. You were still kicking tail.
Young man.
Yeah, there you go. Tonight's game, though, it's got to be a very important Mid-Southern Conference game.
Yeah, anytime you have a quality opponent early in the year, it's good for your program just to see, for your fans, see where we're at. And, Coach Hawkins had a great win last week against Silver Creek, and they basically dominated the game. So it's going to be a challenge. They got some big offensive linemen. They got some really good defensive players flying around, and they got the loose kid that he ran wild last week against Silver Creek. So that's a big challenge for us to try to slow him down a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think there's any secret there. They're going to run first type of a team. They got the line in front of the outstanding back there. So any special plans to try to contain him?
Well, we got a defensive plan. You always go into plan A, and if that don't work, we go to plan B. So we have a plan, and again, also, I'm not sure what to do. Last year we had a plan. They changed offenses on us about after the first quarter. So, he may do it again this game. So, he ran a high offense against Silver Creek. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't do something different against us.
Yeah, he had a lot of praise, I would tell you, Coach, for you. Called you one of the outstanding coaches in the state. I don't think there's too many people who would disagree with that. But let's get back to your team a little bit. Who do you count on as far as carrying the ball, passing, and what have you on offense?
Well, offensively, we were in the single wing, so we got basically 4 guys that carry the ball. We got 5 guys that can catch the ball, and our quarterbacks threw the ball quite well last week, which is a different dimension because we've been basically an 80%, 75% run team, and now we threw the ball a little bit more last week. So hopefully Kinsler can throw the ball all year and do better at that. But our offense, basically, there's no single star, and that's what I like about what we do is everybody's got to block for each other, everybody's got to run the ball for each other, and it's a team offense.
Yeah, I was looking over the stats from last week, and there were a lot of people carried the ball for you last week, so I really get what you're saying. Everybody healthy tonight going into this very important game?
Yeah, we're healthy and looking forward to it.
I'll tell you what, I'm going out on a limb here. There may be a game over in Louisville that's just as important, but I got this game as one of the better games. At least I hope the outcome is such. 2 fine teams, 2 fine programs, and a beautiful night for football.
It is, and we got the new turf tonight, so everybody get to see it, and so I was worried about the rain, but right now it's a beautiful night, and it'll be a good night for a game.
I've not seen a more beautiful field, so congratulations on your facility and also on your team. Got off to a great start last week against Cordon. You beat them 49-0. That's a pretty good start, so good luck tonight. It's going to be a battle, I think.
Yeah, thank you.
Man is everywhere.
I'm an extremely average golfer. I take my first full swing of the day and hit a perfect duck hook over the frontage road and right through your windshield. You yank the wheel and end up OB in a water hazard. And if you have cut rate insurance, you could be out a whole lot of green. So get Allstate.
In Floyd Knobs, call Allstate agent Packy Page today.
Hi folks, Jeff Kennedy with HKC Roofing. HKC has a full-time quality control supervisor on all our jobs. That's why we provide the best warranties in the roofing industry. We're so sure you'll love your new HKC roof. If you aren't satisfied, we'll pay a competitor to replace it. Call us now for your free digital roof analysis at 502-212-1081 or go online at roofyourhouse.com.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. Independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village, Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
You're busy, always on the go, and when you need your car repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop and Auto Service, you can now make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and are family owned and operated. They've been serving your family since 1954. At 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. Call Call's Collision Repair at 949-5245. For mechanical repair, it's 948-2778. That's Call's Body Shop and Auto Service. Can we fix it? Yes, we can. one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Well, welcome back here to the stadium. Mike Beck, Paul Love, glad to be here tonight. It's a beautiful night for football and a beautiful night to watch the Pirates and the Braves kind of go at it here in about 16 minutes away from kickoff. And let's talk about some keys for the game tonight, Paul. What do you see are some of the big things that we need to watch for tonight?
Probably the players, just like me, they got keys to the nerves. This is a big game, and they've got to be apprehensive, nervous, whatever you want to call it, but pretty veteran teams. For Charlestown, mostly I think they've got to worry about the deceptive nature of that single wing offense that Brownstown's going to throw at them. Knowing who to tackle at any given time, because you cannot key on any one player in that offense. For Brownstown, I guess you got to try to stop Marion Lukes. Last week ran for 23 carries, 247 yards in the opening game against Silver Creek. So with the 5 senior linemen ahead of him, Brownstown's going to have to be able to stop that run game.
So those are the keys to the game, brought to you tonight by Allstate Insurance agent Packy Page and Floyd's Knobs. For a free quote on your car insurance, stop by his office in Highlander Point, or you can give him a call at 812-202-7271. Before we jump off this thought, I do want to ask a new field. Really, the stands are filling up quite nicely here, especially on the home crowd. The jitters on the field for the kids, this is kind of a new experience. Is there any pressure on them to deliver a perfect night here on a perfect football weather night on a perfect new stadium? You think that gets into their head at all?
It's got to a little bit, but I'm going to tell you what. There's no cooler cat on the corner than Reed May. You listen to his interview. He's been around the block a time or two. He's got these guys mentally right. You better believe that as far as their home field. Are they excited? Yes, they are. Wouldn't you be excited if you got to walk out? I'm sure our viewers can appreciate what we're looking at right now. It's just a beautiful field, and get, like you say, a big crowd building for them. So they're nervous, but they're anxious, but they're ready.
Nervous, ready to go. So we'll go ahead and take a break. We'll be back with a look at our starting lineups and a few other thoughts. We're getting ever closer to kickoff right here at Brownstown Central High School as the Braves and the Pirates get ready to get it going. Stand by. We'll be right back right after this on glycod.com.
Many children in your community need a voice. That's why you should volunteer for CASA, court-appointed special advocates who stand for the best interest of abused and neglected children involved in the court system. CASA volunteers are ordinary community members, and as a volunteer, you'll receive plenty of training and have lots of resources to help you with your cases. For more information or to become a volunteer, contact your local CASA office or visit casaforchildren.org.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. Independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village, Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
Hello, this is Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. I'd like to ask for your vote for re-election on Tuesday, November the 6th. And also, this ad was paid for and approved by Jamie Knoll for Sheriff.
When it comes to basketball, the Kentucky Wildcats are legendary. And when it comes to steaks, so is Pat's Steakhouse. Pat's opened in 1958, the same year the Fiddlin' Five won the national title. To make a reservation, call 502-893-2062 and check out patsteakhouselouisville.com. And when the weather's nice, make sure to ask about sitting out on the patio at Pat's. Pat's Steakhouse. They're not the best because they're the oldest. They're the oldest because they're the best.
And welcome back here, Mike Beck, Paul of Brownstown Central High School, as the Pirates of Charlestown invade their turf tonight. And we say turf, we mean literally the new turf. But it's going to be a fun ball game. Let's talk about starting lineups tonight. Don't have a full roster of starting lineups, so we do have a healthy list of players. Let's go down some of those names that will be key players for tonight.
Well, for Brownstown, first of all, you're talking about Hayden Kinsler. Coach mentioned him, number 7, second-year starter at quarterback. I think he expects more out of him as a second-year. Believe it or not, he's just a sophomore. Is that not correct? I think so.
I believe you're correct.
Anyway, but you start talking about the other backs that might be carrying the ball. Again, there's a long list. Sam Huber, Matthew Bell, Derek Thompson, Braden Walker, Caleb Bollinger, and a name I'm very familiar with in the Seymour, Brownstown area, Grant Stuckwish. It seems like there's always been a Stuckwish somewhere located around here. So, once again, as Coach alluded, there's no best player, no guy that they're counting on more than anybody else. But pretty good team, pretty balanced team, full of juniors and seniors. Charleston, you want to talk about them a little bit?
Yeah, give us a little bit of insight on them.
A little bit that I know. Their quarterback, Braden Murphy, 6 foot, 170-pound junior, again, repeating his quarterback. Capable of throwing the ball, I think, but they're really based on a run game with Mariana Lukes in that backfield. Lukes, by the way, just a junior, stands 5'8", 180, and he is backed up not only by that strong offensive line, but also with Addison Logston, a 6 foot, 190-pound junior, who is beside him in that backfield. They'll have a couple other guys put their hands on the ball probably, but I think you'll hear their names called more than anybody else.
All right, tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Vonier's Auto Air. Vonier's service is our product. Vonier's Auto Air in Jeffersonville, 812-283-6215. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back just a few moments for kickoff right here on glycod.com. Stay with us. More to come right after this.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonier's, family-owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonier's is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonier's, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonier's.com.
Hi folks, Jeff Kennedy with HKC Roofing. HKC has a full-time quality control supervisor on all our jobs. That's why we provide the best warranties in the roofing industry. We're so sure you'll love your new HKC roof. If you aren't satisfied, we'll pay a competitor to replace it. Call us now for your free digital roof analysis at 502-212-1081 or go online at roofyourhouse.com.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up. Shut up, Jeff.
I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
From Glycod Communications, it's Kentuckiana Football Friday. Presented by Interstate Batteries. Outrageously dependable since 1952. And available throughout southern Indiana. For the dealer nearest you, visit interstatebatteries.com. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Centra Credit Union. For banking and financial services that are centered around you. Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll, who reminds you not to text and drive. Kentuckiana Oral Surgery, with 4 locations to serve you, including behind Menards at Town Center Boulevard in Jeff. The W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany, designing, building, innovating, and now hiring. The Locker Room. Voyner's Autowear in Jeffersonville, family owned since 1981. And by Allstate agent Packy Page of Floyd's Knobs. He'll put you in good hands. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod Communications on Kentuckiana Football Friday, presented by Interstate Batteries.
And it's an ideal night for football here at Brownstown, Indiana, the home of the Brownstown Central Braves. Mike Beck, Paul Love with you just a few moments before kickoff, and we are excited to be here tonight as there's some delay, and I'm not sure what that delay is. The band's been on the field. I don't think they have a flag, I think is what it is.
That's a real new facility. I've looked everywhere. I can't find one either.
I don't believe there's a flag, and it's kind of hard to do the anthem without the flag, so they're kind of going through that. I think the team's getting ready to run out on the field, if I'm not mistaken, so maybe they're going to wait for the team to come out and stand for the anthem. I simply don't know, but we do know one thing. It's going to be football here in about 6 minutes, Paul, and this is going to be a big game.
It really is, and it is. Oh, little balloons fly up. I hope you're watching the screen there. The red and black Braves balloons as the team runs out. Hey, listen, Mike, I'm usually sweating right here. It's August the 24th, and it's a beautiful night, under 80, mid-70s temperature-wise, and got an air-conditioned booth up here, so I kind of feel like I'm in heaven when Friday night rolls around.
Perfect night for football as the flag comes running out of the field with the players. Mike Beck, Paul Love, and up in the booth, our camera person, Ashton Beck, my daughter, who's here tonight, and doing a great job. And we're excited to bring you this game. I think this is going to be a barn burner tonight. I'm ready for a good football game. How about you?
Hope we haven't oversold it or anything. We did earlier in the game when the teams first came out. They do the non-ceremonial coin flip, and both of us watched the referees there. We thought that Charlestown may have won the toss and deferred, so if that's the case, Brownstown will be the first out on the field. Another thing I might point out, Mike, too, whenever we go over the players and the rosters and that sort of thing, we oftentimes neglect the defense. And, a lot of these players, in fact, are playing both offense and defense, but we just don't have the spotters to be able to track all the tackles and those kinds of things. But you better believe that two programs of this caliber, there's pretty good players on the other side of that ball, too.
Absolutely correct. Well, they do have a flag on the field, which means we're going to get the national anthem. While they do that and take care of that business, we'll take care of a quick little business as well. We'll take a break. We'll be right back right after this. Stay with us. Football coming up in just about 5 minutes right here on Glycod.com.
What brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance, no matter what time it is.
And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Just call or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Remember to contact Theresa Lamb in New Albany.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, oh, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Mike Beck, Paul Love, glad to be here at Brownstown. The game about to get underway. The band is finished playing. They're leaving the field. Players are coming out. And it's time for some football.
Big time. And you got a nice crowd here on the Brownstown side. Of course, they're the home team. Well, they're about 60 miles up I-65 and across, but nevertheless, Charlestown bringing a pretty good contingency over there as well. But sun's gone behind the clouds a little bit, and it's almost feels like it's cooling down. One of those cooler nights. Great night for football.
You would think it's late September. It's actually third week of August, and we've got some beautiful weather. And hopefully we'll get product on the field tonight to match. And we want to thank one of our brand new sponsors. They just came on board this afternoon. I don't even have an ad or anything yet, but I do want to acknowledge Clark Rehab as one of the newest sponsors of Glycod.com and our coverage, and you'll be seeing and hearing more from them as we go forward. If you'd like to be a sponsor, I guess, you're listening and love these games, help us bring even more angles and actions and graphics and things. You can contact us through our website and find out how you can do that. But welcome, Clark Rehab, to the Glycod family. Right now, the team's captains are out in the midfield. They're doing the ceremonial shaking of hands. This will be the last time they shake hands until after the game.
That's
pretty
sure.
But coin toss decided there's been a change a few years ago. They do the coin toss pregame, and then this is kind of just a ceremonial dog and pony show at this point.
Well, they get a chance to go back to the locker room and say, okay, we got the ball, so here's what we're going to do, type of a deal. So the big referee in the white hat now shows that Charlestown did win the toss and declined, so Brownstown no doubt will accept the ball, and they got the directions all lined out now, and they're ready to go.
All right, well, the clock has wound down. You'll hear it in just about 2 seconds.
If you know somebody out there that didn't make it to the game, don't forget Glycod.com. You can go online and tell your friends, tell your relatives. I even told Coach Hawkins to tell his dad, who's
in the hospital.
In a hospital, tell him if he can get a hold of a computer, he can watch this game tonight.
Well, even if you don't have a computer, most people can watch these games on their phones these days. Whether you have an iPhone, a Android-type phone, whatever it is, Glycod.com will get you there, and the game is online and streaming live.
You can even watch it tomorrow.
That's right.
Or next week.
Yeah.
In the archives.
We store it on our Glycod.com site and also on YouTube.com/Glycod. You can find it there.
Enough talk. Let's play some football.
Amen.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Both teams out on the field now. We're set to go.
Well, we know it's time for football. We got our Interstate Batteries scoreboard up and active as we get ready to get this game underway.
Yeah, I'm sorry. 17 for Charlestown. The kicker, Caleb Anderson, sophomore, set to kick it off. Spotting the deep runners there. Number 2, Caleb Bollinger, and number 6, Derek Thompson.
Kicks it deep, goes to Thompson. He'll take it at the 7-yard line and just starts upfield, looking for a wall, but he's tripped up at around the 22-yard line by number 10, Andrew Snyder, for Charlestown, and that's where they'll start the ball inside the 25 at the 24-yard line to be 1st and 10. Brownstown, and we'll see that wing T or single wing offense unveil itself here.
You might have to tell me who the ball carrier is. Sometimes it's hard to see.
It's going to be a little bit of a challenge because they have a lot of guys that are capable of handling the ball, and they all have single digits. That doesn't help either.
Tight formation.
Kinsler, the quarterback, fakes a snap, goes up the center, and I have limited visibility there. We see that Matthew Bell gets the first carry. He gets out about 2, maybe 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7. Just straight up the middle. Very tight formation from Brownstown.
Again, with that tight formation, even the wings are capable of carrying the football.
Snap, Kinsler, shuttle pass up the middle. They break through, and now it's a foot race up the left side. Brought down across midfield. Devin Lukes makes a touchdown-saving tackle, but a nice run by Derek Thompson as he took the ball across midfield. They're going to spot him down at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10, Brownstown, and that's the kind of stuff that Charlestown's going to have to watch out for tonight.
28 yards that got on the carry.
Big 1st and 10 here. Seth Borden split out to the near side, and they're going to throw it in the air, put it up, down over the middle, and it's going to be a touchdown. Lukes is not going to catch him. And in the end zone is Derek Thompson, and they go 46 yards through the air for a score. And just like that, it's Brownstown Central on the board. Great way to start a football game, Paul.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, he's wide open over the middle. Something that Charlestown, again, they got to figure out what's going on out there offensively. Nice pass and catch.
They'll line up for the extra point. Ethan Savakis, the kicker. Kick is low, but it's enough to get through the uprights. And they'll tack on the extra point. And just like that, under a minute into the ball game, and Charlestown trails by 7. Brownstown, they inaugurated their brand new turf field. They went pretty much the length of the field for a touchdown on, 4 plays?
Exactly 4 plays.
Nice looking drive there from Brownstown. And
actually, it was the third play.
Was that the third play?
Yeah.
Coach Hawkins probably going to have some comments for his defense on the sideline. The kickoff return team takes the field.
That's the deception, though, of that single wing and packed-in offense there. All you got to do is sneak out because you got everybody contained. And got that second step, did Thompson, and beautiful pass and run.
Yeah, it was a very nice pass over the middle. Derek Thompson, 6'2", 160 pounds, and just laid it in his hands. He caught it in stride. There was really no one catching him. Devin Lukes made a valiant effort to try to trip him up at the goal line, but it was too little too late.
Not what Charlestown was hoping for, that's for sure.
Coach Reed May has perfected this offense. He's been here 26 years. He's won 70-some-odd% of his ball games over that span. And a community like Brownstown, that's a real feat. Ethan Savakis to kick off. Here's the approach, and he puts it up. It'll be taken at the 14-yard line by Devin Lukes. And a short return out to about the 23, 9-yard return. It'll be 1st and 10. Pirates.
Well, they need to answer. I mean, that early to get behind, what does the clock say? Under 11 minutes. So in the first minute of play, they're behind 7-0.
Took them 57 seconds total for that first score. They spot the ball at the 24, 1st and 10, 24-yard line. Split out to the near side, Avery Duncan. I formation, quarterback under center. 2 tight ends. And a pitch out to the left side. Marion Luke's going to try to find a corner. Stiff arm, and finally stopped, and he's held up. But boy, what a battle, Luke's. It took about 5 guys to bring him down.
Looked like he might have made it to the 29-yard line. Let's see where they're going to spot.
They'll say he eventually was corralled at the 28. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry, 2nd and 6. And I think we're going to see a lot of Mr. Lukes tonight. Luke's left, Luke's right, Luke's up the middle. The question is, can Charlestown find another weapon to go with Mr. Lukes? Pro set offense, I backfield, quarterback under center, Kinsler waiting for the snap. 2nd and 6, here it is. A little bit mishandled. Luke's in trouble, and he's going to take a loss as that swarming defense takes him down at the 25-yard line. You can see Kinsler didn't come out of there clean, and that little bit of timing was all it took for the Braves to sneak in and make a stop for a loss. And they'll lose 3 on the play.
Almost looked like miscommunication in the backfield because that was not a normal handoff. And, of course, when he got the ball, Luke's had nothing to do. Swarmed by the Brownstown Braves.
Big 3rd down play here. 3rd and 9. Coach Hawkins, he's going to have to go to his bag of tricks, see if he can pull out something for this play. Backfield again, not Kinsler. That's the other quarterback. This is Braden Murphy. Murphy rolls out to his right, downfield, has a receiver, and it's picked off up the sideline. And Murphy's going to make the tackle. But that interception was picked off by Seth Borden. Came underneath the receiver, cleanly taken, and sprinted up the sidelines before tripped up by the quarterback himself. Another touchdown-saving tackle. 1st and 10 inside the 20 at about the 18-yard line. Brownstown goes straight, no huddle, straight on the attack. Kinsler hands off, sweep left side, and he's going to go in for a touchdown. Grant Stuckwish. Stuckwish goes 18 yards. And this is not what Charlestown was expecting or hoping for.
They're under shock right now, Mike.
Less than 3 minutes into the ball game, and it's a 13-0 score.
18-yard run by Grant Stuckwish.
Snap, hold is good. Kick this time much prettier, but same result. It's an extra point. And just like that, 2 minutes, 45 seconds gone in the first quarter. Brownstown delivering a couple of body blows to the Pirates. And the question is, can they figure out a way to get back in this ball game? Because this is not how they wanted it to start.
This could get ugly at this rate. It's not even funny. I mean, the offensive, just such big yards and running and passing and intercepting. What can you say?
It's been well played on both sides of the ball for Brownstown right out of the gate tonight. And I have to say, folks, if you're watching at home and you can see, and like I say, we have new cameras this year and trying to bring you some better views, the execution on blocking, it's so important. And sometimes we really can't even see the numbers of the players that are opening up these holes, but the blocking has just been superb.
Absolutely. And again, the deception for Brownstown with that single wing.
Saw Stuckwish go in motion, and by the time the Pirates figured it out, he was already past the second wave. Savakis back to kick off again, second time for him tonight. And this time a shorter kick going to be taken by Devin Lukes at the 21-yard line. He looks to his right, jumps back to the left, dives forward, and gets it out across the 30-yard line to about the 32, where they'll start 1st and 10 Charlestown ball at 9:09 in the first quarter. A lot of points so far for Brownstown.
Hard points that are going to be hard to catch up to. Charlestown just needs to slow the game down a little bit if they can, because it's being played way too fast for them right now.
Pirates come out. I formation, split receiver out to the left side. Near side, Avery Duncan out here on the 30-yard number. And a pitch to Lukes. He cuts it back to the right, looks for a seam, runs into his own blocker, but still going to pick up positive yards out near the 40-yard line, where he's finally thrown down to the ground by a bevy of Pirates led by number 4, Braden Walker.
Well, they've got his number, you know that. There's no secret about the fact that he's gonna get his touches in this ball game.
A play that looked like it was going nowhere picked up 8 yards. Lukes on the carry. 2nd down and 2. Murphy under center, and we get a jump on the right side.
It's like offsides Charlestown.
Gavin Mattingly, the right tackle, was a little anxious, and it's going to cost him 5 yards.
That hurts. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Going to be 2nd and 7?
2nd and 7. Ball back to the 35-yard line. Charlestown's going to have to not beat themselves, because the Braves are going to do their best to beat them anyway.
They're just back on their heels right now. They just need to get a good drive going, get a little offense going, a little momentum, make this a ball game.
Murphy takes the snap, pitch to the left side. Luke's looking for a seam, dives forward. He'll get back to the 40-yard line, and it'll bring up 3rd and 2. Nice effort by Luke's. You know, it does say one thing. They know where they're going. The Braves know who's going to get the ball.
Oh, yeah.
And they know where he's going.
Well, I'm waiting for Addison Logston to get a touch here. So far, it's all 4 carries, other than the intercepted pass, have gone to Marion Lukes.
Logston been quiet tonight. The only offensive performance, really.
And look at that size in the Charleston O-line.
You would think you get a little forward progress push. They are getting some blocking on these sweeps, but play goes the other way. Lukes breaks free. It's a foot race up the right sideline. Can they catch him? They're going to trip him up, and he goes down awkwardly, fell hard on his knee, but he gets up. He looks like he's okay. Great tackle by Matthew Bell, who comes in at the last second to finish the job. Big run, though, by Charlestown, and that's how you get a little life back into your offense in a hurry.
That's 50 yards on the sweep. Coach Hawkins was right. He's very elusive. He's not an easy person to tackle in the open space.
Well, the blocking came to the left, but he went back to the right. I think that the Braves were following the blocking, assuming that where the blocking went, the runner back was going. He went the other way.
He's limping a little bit now, too.
He went down hard on that left knee. It came down awkwardly, and I think that
he's going to have to come out.
Yeah, they're going to have him looked at. I don't think it's anything serious, but brand new turf. Falling and hitting a turf field is not like falling on a grass field. It feels different.
Little rubber pellets out there, like crazy. If you see the ball hit, it'll splash him up. Maybe we'll see Addison Logston now. He's number 7. He's not in the game, though.
That is Logston.
That is Logston. It's number 5.
They've changed the...
see, I was right, Mike.
Well, they changed the numbers on me. This is why I don't trust the coach to give me the roster correctly.
He lost a yard on that, didn't he?
Logston is number 5. Backfield also with number 25, Deke Brown. Luke's still on the sideline, taking a knee.
Yeah, they need him in there now.
Loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 11.
That last play is too slow in developing.
Murphy, quick pitch. Deke Brown, and he's eaten up in the back.
71. Look at 71.
Oh, that was a nice tackle.
70.
Dustin Justice.
Yes. Boy, he was in the backfield as soon as ball carrier got the ball. Was that pitch to Logston again?
That was Deke Brown.
Deke Brown. Okay, gotcha. So
Dustin.
That was a loss of about 5 yards, was it not?
About 4-yard loss.
4 yard.
From the 11 back to the 15.
Trying to keep these numbers right.
3rd and goal rather from the 15-yard line now. 2 plays, Charlestown rather. Blue and white. I got confused for a second. Logston and Brown in the backfield. Murphy under center. 15 yards to go for a touchdown, and Murphy nearly stumbles coming out, throws it away, and that's going to be an intentional grounding. Well, that didn't help at all. As he throws it to the ground, no receivers nearby, and that's a penalty, a loss of down. So it's automatically 4th down. What do they do with that on a 4th down grounding play?
I'm trying to figure it out myself. Are they marching off yards?
Believe they're going to have to. Because it's a penalty and a loss
from the spot, though. That's the thing. You're going to put it all the way back to the 29-yard line.
4th down, regardless of what we think, that's what it is. 4th and 29 from the 29-yard line. A drive that started slow, and then we have a timeout called. Coach May wants to talk to his defense. And while they take a quick break, we'll take one as well. We'll be right back right after this. You're watching Glycod coverage of Kentuckiana High School football. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Mike Beck, Paul Love here at Brownstown Central High School, and the score early in the ball game, 14-0. This is a big fourth down play for Charlestown, 4th and 29. They had a first and goal, but they've moved backwards instead of forwards. Murphy drops back in this fourth down play, puts it up downfield. He has a receiver, and he has a touchdown. An amazing pull in by Bo Braunecker, and Charlestown gets on the board here. At 5:19 to go, while I have a moment here, I want to shout out to all of our people tuning in tonight on the Big X's Kentuckiana Football Fridays as they join our coverage here, and we are excited with this partnership with the Big X. Great bunch of guys and folks over there covering high school sports throughout southern Indiana. And for the next few moments, we'll share this game with you. It's 14-6. Brownstown scored twice early to take a quick lead. Charlestown came roaring back in a big fourth down play there, Paul.
Absolutely. Marion Lukes with that 50-yard gain, and then a nice pass and catch by Braunecker, 29 yards for the touchdown.
Extra point attempt by Caleb Anderson. The hold is good, and the kick is good as well. And we got us a ball game again with 5:19 to go here in the first quarter. One that looked like it may be getting away from Charlestown, but they found a way to answer. What a big fourth down play that was. 4th and 29, and Bo Braunecker, he was one of those players that Coach Hawkins told me before the season, he's going to be a stud for us.
Say that again. It was 4th and 29.
4th and 29.
And they get the touchdown pass. Big kid. I don't know what his size is. Let's see, what do they list him as?
Braunecker, I don't have any weight or height information, but
just a junior and a linebacker.
He's one of those outstanding juniors for the team. He's really set here, Coach Hawkins. Quarterback, 2 running backs, wide receiver, linebackers, a lot of underclassmen. Where he's strong in age on the offensive line, all these things translate well for Charlestown this season and perhaps into the next.
You know, they were back on the heels, as we talked about, boys, threatening to be a blowout early, but that was a big play. That was a big run by Lukes to get the 50 yards down the field. The big question is he going to be okay to play in this game?
Kickoff by Anderson. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a penalty. They'll bring the ball out. And in case you're just joining us, Marion Lukes, the star running back for Charlestown, who put up 247 yards last week against Silver Creek, injured his knee as he had a big run, 50-yard run down the right sideline, landed hard on that knee, and basically left the game after that, and didn't finish that series with Charlestown. We're wondering, will he be back?
He's on a knee right on the 50-yard line. I see him down there, so I'm inclined to think that he's stretching that out. He may be back.
Offensively, Kinsler calls his own number, but nice read that time. Defensive stop, great penetration by the Pirates, and they'll knock him back for a loss. Big tackle that time by Andrew Van Meter, and he's one of their leading tacklers last year, and he expects to have the same type of numbers again this year. 14-7. Pretty good looking ball game shaping up here, Paul, if Charlestown can find a way to get a stop.
I'm so glad to see it get close again.
2nd and 13, a nice move and a break out of a tackle there, left sideline. Just can't match the speed. He doesn't go out of bounds, and it takes 5 Pirates to finally stop forward progress. Great run by Derek Thompson. And he goes down. I believe they're going to spot him down at the 25-yard line, so a huge run ripped off by Derek Thompson.
Yeah, I got it at 44 yards. He went from the 35-yard line to 32-yard line, actually, down to the 25.
Big first down play here. Kinsler back in a shotgun. Stuckwish, man in motion, gets the handoff, and this flying defense of the Pirates comes in and stops him for a loss. They'll knock him back a yard. Great tackle by Bryce Sweeney for the Pirates as he sniffed that one out. You got to stay home because you never know which one of these guys has got the ball. Many handoffs, many fakes, many guys moving in different directions. The wing T, very difficult to defend if you're not disciplined.
They got good speed back there, too. That sure helps.
Fake this time to Stuckwish, but the snap's up to the center into the hands of Matthew Bell, and he's not going to go anywhere either. He may be getting back the original line of scrimmage. They'll give him a yard, and that's all. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Pirates have gotten 2 stops. Can they get one more? Although I have a feeling that Brownstown's in 4-down territory.
No doubt. Ball sitting on right on the 25-yard line. 3rd and 10.
They bounce people around now, split out Seth Borden, and we get a flag. And they'll have a procedure call, and they're going to lose 5 yards. A rare penalty against Brownstown as they move the ball back. Again, shouting out hi to our Big X Kentuckiana Football Friday night listeners tuning in on the radio. You're hearing Glycod.com coverage of our Kentuckiana high school football game. Tonight we're broadcasting live from Brownstown Central High School, Brownstown, Indiana. Brand new field, beautiful turf field. It's a great facility and a perfect football night. Players set. Snap to Kinsler. Hands off to the motion man coming around the right side. And a great tackle there. Deke Brown on the defense pulls him down for a loss. And there was nothing there for Caleb Bollinger. He just he couldn't get anywhere. Going to put it down as a 4-yard loss, and it's going to bring up 4th and 14. Ball back at the 29-yard line. Brownstown has shown that they can snap off big yardage, but Coach May wants to talk it over. It's the second time out this quarter. They'll take a break. We'll take a quick one as well. You're watching Glycod.com coverage of Kentuckiana high school football. Stay with us. We'll be back right after this.
Friendly Neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Been a long quarter.
Mike Beck, Paul Love here. You're right. It has been a long quarter, Paul. 2 minutes, 12 seconds yet to go in this first quarter as Charlestown trails Brownstown 14-7. Big early season matchup between these two Mid-Southern Conference powerhouses. And you got to believe that whoever comes out of tonight with a victory really may be looking at North Harrison as the last hurdle to a conference championship. I know it's early in the season. Kinsler drops back. He rolls to his left. He's got a receiver open. Can he get him the ball? He does, but it's going to be short of the first down. And the Pirates bend but do not break as they stop. Now we have a late flag that comes in. And I have to believe this may be a pass interference call down the field. And if that's the case, Coach Hawkins is going to blow a gasket. Face mask against the Pirates. And that's going to make it first down, Brownstown. So Charlestown thought they had come up with a big stop. Boy, that's deflating, Paul.
It is indeed. It is enough for the first down. Ball being spotted, on the 14-yard line?
Penalty tacked on to the result of the play, and that additional yardage makes it a first down.
That is a heartbreaker, or a backbreaker, if you will.
And we'll see if Charlestown can reach down deep and find another set of 4 downs to come up with a stop. And we got another flag.
A sideline warning.
Sideline warning against the Pirates, Charlestown.
There's a white strip out there. They can't get the feet on that. Have to stay on the black part.
Still 1st and 10, ball at the 14. Kinsler, Stuckwish takes it in motion, but Kinsler keeps it himself, tries to find some room up the middle. Nothing doing this time as Charlestown is able to get the stop. Lucas Gagnon. Gagnon? It's French. And I didn't take French, so I hope I got it right. Way to go, Lucas, though, as he gets the stop there that time for the
1 yard. 1 yard for Kinsler.
Second and 9.
Second and 9.
Kinsler and Bell both there with their hands out. Snap is to Kinsler. Keeps it, goes to the left. Dancing around. He's going to be short of the first down, but inside the 10-yard line down to about the 6. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and short. 3rd and 3. The official spot. Just about a minute to go here in the first quarter. It seems like a long first quarter. We've had a lot of stoppage tonight. But it is 3rd and 3. 14-7 ball game.
Yeah, I was going to say less than a minute to go, and definitely in two down territory. Though I guess they could try a field goal if this play doesn't work for them.
Snap goes to Kinsler, and it's going to be a touchdown. The carry, Derek Thompson, who goes. No, they say went out of bounds. It looked like he extended over the goal line, over the pylon, but the referee on the side says nope, nothing doing. 1st and goal at the 1. And the Brownstown's fans are disappointed, but they'll take the first down.
That was Thompson, am I not correct?
That was Thompson.
Yeah, okay. That's his, 4th carry of the game. Again, they are spreading it out. 35 seconds left in the first quarter.
Straight snap to Bell. Does he get across the line? They get a nice push, and they're going to say yes, touchdown. Matthew Bell on the carry, 1 yard. And Brownstown extends their lead 20-7. Extra point attempt about to take place. Ethan Savakis, he's hit his first 2. Seth Borden is the holder. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick splits the uprights. 1 quarter of play almost in the books, and we've already had 4 touchdowns, 3 by Brownstown, 1 by Charlestown. Pirates are going to have to play catch-up the rest of the night. But the one thing I know they can do is score in a hurry if Lukes can get to the open field.
Yeah, if he's healthy enough to get back in there. That Ethan Savakis, the kicker, is
yes.
that correct?
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty accurate. I mean, even in that situation, the field goal would have been possible, it seems like, from him with his accuracy.
He's got pretty good distance on that. It's just an extra point, so probably wasn't putting his whole leg into it, but still a nice-looking kick that time. And the question is answered. Will he be back? Yes, he will. Marion Lukes back deep to return this kickoff along with his brother Devin. Standing at about the 22, 23-yard line as they await the kick from Savakis. And the Charlestown sideline's pretty quiet tonight. I think they were hoping for a little different result.
Kind of got back in the game, but then they let her slip right back away again.
Everybody's set. Savakis begins his approach, kicks it, and angles it towards Devin Lukes. He'll bring it back to the left side, looking for a block. Gets one from his brother Marion. Devin gets out to the 30-yard line before he's corralled by a posse of Braves.
Push-up looks like maybe to the 32. See where they spot it.
Nice return by Devin Lukes. About 12 yards on that return. 1st and 10 Pirates, working with 22 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and they trail by 14. Well, you're keeping your hands busy over there.
A lot of numbers. A lot of touchdowns for still the first quarter. I mean, you would not have expected this. I didn't.
Not this prolific, but Brownstown finds a way. 1st and 10, ball at the 32-yard line. The refs finally get a new ball out there. They didn't like that old one. They get a fresh, clean ball here. Murphy goes under center, eye backfield. Logston, Marion Lukes behind him. They switch up. Bo Braunecker shifts to the right side. The snap and the pitch to the right. It's Marion Lukes. Surprise! Or maybe not. Lukes pushes the pile out along with a couple of hefty blockers, and he'll get across the 35 to the 36-yard line. That didn't look like he had anything on that carry, but he ended up picking up 4 yards, almost 5 on the carry.
And we're still not quite out. Now we're going to be out of the first quarter.
And with that whistle is the end of the first quarter. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the second quarter right after this. We got a barn burner here, 21-7. Brownstown Central putting on a show as they inaugurate their brand new home field. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this on Glycod.com. Stay with us.
When you want the best in oral surgery, try Kentuckiana Oral and Maxillofacial Surgical Associates. Think of us as KYOMS. Whether it's implants or dentures, reconstructive surgery, or wisdom teeth removal, KYOMS specialists combine their experience with the latest technology to give you the highest level of comfort and care. To find out about our 4 Louisville locations, visit us online, KYOMS.com. That's KYOMS.com.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
Back to the ball game here. Mike Beck, Paul Love. 21-7 your score here at Brownstown as the Brownstown Braves on top of the Pirates. Charlestown with a 2nd and 6. Murphy under center. Counter play. Luke's trying to go to the right side, and that didn't go anywhere. Brownstown all over that one. They read that one early and ended up with a loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 7. Time to check the scoreboard. What do you have for us, Paul?
Got Floyd Central ahead of Providence 7-3 in the first quarter. Silver Creek leads Salem 6-0 in the second quarter, and Seymour is ahead of Jeffersonville 12-7.
All right, as we check the scoreboard, we don't have an update on the New Albany Castle game yet, but as those come into us, we'll pass it along to you. Scoreboard tonight brought to you by The Locker Room. They've been in downtown Jeff forever. They're still there to serve you. The Locker Room. Murphy takes the snap, pitch to the left. Luke's stringing it out, trying to find a turn upfield. He'll dive forward for the first down, and we'll see where they spot it. It's going to be close. Somebody ran a shoe, threw a shoe. We'll see who that was. And that's going to be Addison Logston. And he just slips it back on. What is that, a penny loafer out there? What's he wearing? 1st and 10, ball on the 42-yard line. Charlestown really needs to score on this drive. They trail by 2 touchdowns, but they need to get some confidence back, Paul.
They do indeed. And again, the runs are all wide now. They're not able to run the middle too well, even with that strong offensive line in front of Luke's.
Big first down play, 1st and 10, man in motion is Luke's.
That's messed up in the backfield.
And that play, yeah. Addison Logston, that's his first carry, and it goes nowhere. I believe that's his first carry. Am I incorrect on that?
He had another carry of lost a yard.
Well, he lost another one here. As a matter of fact, he lost 3. It'll be 2nd down and 13. That play didn't develop well at all.
No, it didn't. Quarterback turned, and there was a log jam in the backfield.
Marion Luke's man in motion, and they all kind of met at the same time, and there really was no room to operate. 2nd and 13. Bo Bronnecker out to the near side. Avery Duncan split far to the far side. I backfield, Logston and Lukes. And Murphy's going to roll to his right. He's being chased. Turns upfield before he's pounded out of bounds. Big hit from a big guy. That's Trayton Ream who finishes the play.
They said he must have stepped out of bounds there on the 36-yard line.
So another loss on the play. They're going to lose another 3 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 16.
And the ball carrier that time was
Murphy.
That's on the keep, right?
I think he intended to pass, but had nowhere to go.
Pass run option. The run option not very good.
He didn't really have any options.
No, he really didn't. He's scrambling for his life. And good pursuit by Brownstown there defensively.
Single back set. Murphy under center, drops straight back. He's going to put it in the air, and he's hit as he's throwing. They're going to say it's an incomplete pass, though. No fumble. His arm was going forward, and that ball hits the ground. It's down. That'll bring up 4th down, and Charlestown sends out their punt squad. Good defensive stand that time from Brownstown. They had an answer for every play that Charlestown dialed up. Into punt for the Pirates is Caleb Anderson, all-purpose kicker. And deep to return for the Braves, Caleb Bollinger. Good snap. Got plenty of time to get it off. Not a bad kick, end over end. Tumbling, taken by Bollinger at the 41-yard line. He has some room on the right side. And he'll get taken down across midfield. He gets out at about the 42, 43-yard line where they'll spot it.
Had a head of steam running into that ball. It wasn't a deep kick at all, but a nice, much better return.
Took it on the run. And we're not talking REO Speedwagon here. 1st and 10, Brownstown. There is a flag on the play. We'll have to sort this one out, see what the call was. It appears it may be against Brownstown the way they're discussing it. Personal foul against the Braves after the kick, so it's going to be a 15-yard penalty marked off against the return. So doesn't save Charlestown the ball, but it does back up the Braves a bit. They'll start 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Brownstown, not typically, they don't rack up too many of those unsportsmanlike penalties. They're very well coached, very disciplined team. They don't commit a lot of penalties, period.
Yeah, I don't understand what's unsportsmanlike.
Kinsler drops back. He's got a receiver open, wide open, and makes the connection down to the 41-yard line. Great pitch and catch. Eli Brown wide open, and just no defender within 5 yards of him. And a 1st down. They'll spot it at the 40. 1st and 10. These Braves, they look like they're in mid-season form. This is game 2. Kinsler, nice arm.
Did throw a nice pass.
Comes back to this side, right to the camera. Charlestown able to shut that one down. Grant Stuckwich, no gain on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 10. The problem with this wing T offense, Paul, is a lot of times you can get a stop like that, but can you do it 3 or 4 times in a row?
And again, they've got the weapon of nice pass. I agree with that. It was a very well thrown ball that last time. Plus a touchdown pass to Thompson.
Shift puts Brown out on the right side, and there's the pass. Perfect target. And Brown gets across the 30 down to the 1st down spot, 29-yard line. Kinsler, very efficient as a passer.
And who is the recipient on that one?
That was Brown once again.
Brown again, okay.
Eli Brown.
11 yards on that gain, so it's an 18 and 11. It's 3 for 3 passing. Kinsler got a nice arm.
They don't throw a lot, but they pick their moments. 3 passes, 3 connections, one of them for a touchdown.
Well, I've always said the best team is a team that can pass or run effectively, and they can do both, it seems.
Snap, Kinsler going to throw again. Pump fakes, puts it down. Brown shakes off a defender, but was he in bounds? They'll say he was out. Stepped out of bounds. Great play. Pump fake froze the defender. Brown was able to get past him, but
had it open. It was open.
Couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
They'll come back to that one later.
You think? That looked well executed.
Yeah.
If Brown had gotten both feet down in bounds, and the difference between high school and college is high school you got to get both feet in bounds. Right. College you only need 1. NFL you got to go back to 2.
Right.
It's very.
I wish they'd have the same rule on that.
Yeah, I think really that's one area they need to even it up.
Why not?
2nd down and 10, ball at the 29. Bad snap down on the ground, picked up by an up back, and that's Sam Huber. Or Huber. The southern Indiana area, it probably is Huber. Ball down to the 26-yard line, a gain of 3. 3rd down and 7. Brownstown, very deliberate, no hurry.
Don't need to be much in a hurry. They're in control of this game right now.
Shift back to Kinsler, fakes a pass. It's going to be a quarterback keep, and good defensive stop that time from Charlestown, led by Andrew Van Meter with help from Wyatt Williams, and they said no, not this time. It's going to bring up 4th down and 7. No gain on the play.
Almost looked like a quarterback draw. He dropped back to pass, but didn't look like he had an intention to do so.
No, he didn't sell it, I'll say that.
He sure didn't.
And if you don't sell it, those defensive linemen don't bite. They sit there waiting for him. 4th down play, they're going to go for it. Snap, Kinsler going to pass, throws out to Brown on the left side, beats the defender, beats the second one, and out of bounds at the 1-yard line. 25 yards. They needed 26 for the touchdown, but Brown got him 25. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1. 1st and goal, Brownstown Central.
For their 4th touchdown.
Cornerback on the near side, just simply not there in time. Bryce Sweeney unable to stay up with Brown. Brown gets that pass and has the ability to make a move in open field. And
well, the defender again didn't get a hand up front, and then he let him get by. So well executed play. Nice pass again by Kinsler.
Kinsler's going to go straight ahead. He'll get the touchdown easily. And Brownstown scores again. Early in the ball game, it's still the 2nd quarter. Brownstown putting on a clinic of how you do it, and they're doing it pretty well tonight. 27-7, 6:47 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Mike Beck, Paul Love with you tonight. Glad to be here. Beautiful football night, brand new facility, perfect looking field. Kick is up and good, and Ethan Savakis adds another point to his scoring totals. 28-7. We're getting to the point in the ball game, Paul, where we got to start thinking.
Yeah, not what we wanted, is it, Mike?
Well,
we're really expecting a
closer game.
Yeah, a closer game all the way. Even though Brownstown, we know how good they can be, and on their home field, important night for them.
Showing off for the cameras tonight.
Yeah.
And a big night it is. Home opener for Brownstown, field opener. They had a new stadium last year, new press box, new bleachers. They've got a new ticket gate now. They've got new facility for the players. This community loves its football, and they have good reason to. They've been a winning program for a quarter century, if not more. And this is what you do on Friday night in Brownstown, and frankly, I can't think of anything better to do on a Friday night in Brownstown.
Not if you're in Brownstown.
That's for sure.
Or Brownstown. Charleston people are kind of stunned over there. I know they had to be expecting a better play. You wonder how the effect it might have had on Marion Lukes hurting his knee on that one long drive.
Savakis, they're going to put it in the air, put it in the hands of Devin Lukes. They don't want Marion to get the ball. Devin goes behind his brother, and he's thrown to the ground at about the 34 or 35-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10. Pirates ball.
Got 6:40. If Charleston's going to make any kind of a game at this and not get blown out, which is where they are right now, they're going to have to do something on this drive. They need a drive in the worst way.
After that big run, Lukes has been quiet.
He has, and you just wonder. I mean, he limped off there. That's not easy to recover from, a wrenched knee. But he's in the backfield now. He's a hard kid.
Murphy under center. Behind him, Logston. Lukes dots the I. Pitch to the left. Lukes cuts it back, finds a seam, and gets it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Well, let's just say he did that all on his own.
Pretty much. Found a seam. Straight ahead blocking.
2nd down and 4. 6:19 to go, 2nd quarter. Mike Beck, Paul Love with you tonight here, Brownstown Central High School, their home opener.
Kind of want Charlestown to get a good drive going here. They need to score to make this game competitive. Yeah, interesting, and really to have a shot, I think, as good as Brownstown is.
Braunecker to the near side, far side, Avery Duncan. I formation. Murphy going to roll to his right, puts it in the air for Braunecker. It bounces into his hands, incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. Not a bad idea, but execution not quite there. And Murphy didn't quite get his shoulders squared up as he's.
Yeah, he was under pressure for sure. Good surge. Tell you what, Brownstown is really the in sweeps and the in runs. They're stretching that out pretty well, I think, defensively.
They sniffed that one out. They're very disciplined on defense. The guy that's assigned to make sure the quarterback doesn't get to the corner was right there. That guy, by the way, Braden Walker, he had some help from Braden Neal. So the Bradens doing their job.
Got a timeout, Charlestown.
Big 3rd down play. Coach Hawkins wants to make sure that they know
I think
what to
the
do.
play clock was running down. It was almost on 0. I think Coach avoided the penalty. Third and 4.
Quick timeout taken. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Thank our sponsors. We'll be right back right after this on glycod.com. Stay with us.
What brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance, no matter what time it is.
And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Just call or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Remember to contact Doug Fisher in Clarksville.
Mike Beck, Paul Love, Brownstown Central High School, Brownstown, Indiana. The Brownstown Braves lead Charlestown Pirates 28-7. Second quarter, a lot of points so far in this game, and we may have a ways yet to go, Paul.
Too many points for Brownstown, for Charlestown's sake. I mean,
from their perspective,
it's really I know it's disappointing for them, but they got it. They'll get it in halftime. Maybe they'll figure out something here and get chip away at this lead. It'd be nice if they could drive the ball down the field and score with 5:48 left in the second quarter.
Big 3rd down play ahead here. 3rd and 4. Murphy under center, I backfield. He drops back, rolls to his right, going to throw back to his left, ostensibly, but he finds a seam. He's going to dive forward and be very close to a first down.
He may have gotten that.
Great effort by Murphy. Whether he got it or not, I suspect this may be 4-down territory for Charlestown. They're going to measure. This one's pretty close and maybe too close to call for the judge.
Ooh, I thought he got a bad spot on that.
Yeah, I would agree with you, but...
we're right down the chute there.
They're going to give it to him. I swear, somebody somewhere has said no more measurements. Somebody decided this, and they just don't measure anymore.
If they could spot the ball a little bit better, it wouldn't be so hard.
Makes it
that's a bad spot. I mean, we're looking right down the gun there.
6-yard scramble for Murphy is enough to pick up the first down. They'll credit him with that. And under center again, tight formation here. And they get a jump this time from the defense. Boy, that's a surprise.
Yes.
A little switch up on the cadence, perhaps, and the defenders just a wee bit anxious. That's what happens when you pin your ears back and just keep coming and keep coming.
Like you pointed out, that's a 3rd penalty against Brownstown. It's just not characteristic of them. Good for the Pirates. Going to have a 1st and 5 on the 49-yard line, their own 49-yard line. Got 51 yards to manage here for the end of the second quarter if they're going to get back in this game.
Pirates chew up some time, get the points on the board, and go into the halftime with a 2-touchdown deficit. They're in a much better shape. Pass out to the left, into the hands of Avery Duncan, and he's going to have a nice pickup of about 17 yards.
Got it to 20.
20 yards.
And who was the catch?
That was Avery Duncan. They'll spot it at the 35. 1st and 10 ball at the 35. 4.5 to go. Second quarter. Charlestown trails by 3 touchdowns, but putting together a little bit of a drive here. Nice pass that time from Murphy.
Was. Nice catch by Duncan.
Braunecker shifts to the left side. Pitch out to Marion Lukes. Goes to the right. Behind Addison.
Oh, my.
Logston, and that blocking just broke down. There wasn't enough blockers for the guys. Looks like Luke's got a little sand in his face. And if you see that on the screen, it's because this turf field is over top of a layer of sand, and it comes up through the field as players hit the ground, and I think he got some sand in his face. He's taking his helmet off to get his eyes rinsed out, and they'll stop the play for that. I don't think they're going to make him leave the game, though. Or will they?
He's going out. Looks like he has been replaced. Boy, they have contained Luke's, except for, he had an 8-yard gain once, but had a big 50. But other than that, he's pretty well contained. Credit to the Brownstown defense.
Play clock at 18. Murphy, deliberate, under center. Straight drop back, runs into his own man. And Deke Brown was right there. He backed into Brown. Brown didn't clear out for that drop back. And that's just a mental mistake that your second team player may make that the starter might not, because he didn't get the reps. But a big loss of 10. 3rd and 20. And a drive that started so well, now starting to sputter a little bit.
Ball on the 45-yard line, 2nd and 20.
And we have a timeout called. Charlestown needs another convocation on the sideline. They'll take a break. Both teams with a single timeout left here in the half. While they talk it over, we'll take a quick gander at some other stuff. We'll be back right after this on glycod.com. Stay with us.
Glycod.com is the premier online source for the most in-depth coverage of high school sports. From the best in play-by-play events to real-time score updates and a gallery of the area's top performers, Glycod.com is a must-click for more on your favorite team. Browse and watch, video, audio, live, and archived. That's Glycod.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, too, at Glycod.
Paul Love, Mike Beck, second quarter action. Charlestown trails Brownstown 28-7 here in a big early season Mid-Southern Conference matchup, and many people were thinking this, I know it's early, but this could be a big factor in who decides or who's the conference champion at the end of the season. So far this is going all Brownstown way.
They have really been in control almost from the very first minute of the game when they scored the first touchdown.
3rd and 20, Murphy under center, single setback. Logston in there to block, and Murphy's just eaten up by the defenders. They come through like a swarm, and they'll lose another 5, maybe 6, depending on the spot. And they'll be 4th and 25. So they put him back right at the midfield spot, and
trying to take that 3-step or that 5-step drop, and he turns around and he's under pressure.
Well, the 3-step, 5-step drop, they're back there almost as fast as he's getting there, and that's a little bit of a surprise considering that size of that front line.
Agreed. They must be gaming. They must be stunting on that front line. Again, I wish we had the ability to wind the picture back and really see what's going on inside. But boy, Brownstown has been awfully good defensively.
We can't always see that, but you can at home because these games you can stop, start, and rewatch as many times as you want on glycod.com or on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/glycod. This game will be out there for you to enjoy and share with your friends, and I'm sure if you know some folks at Charlestown, you may not want them to see it, but trust me, it's always exciting for the players to get on television, to get on video and have a chance to show off. I know the Brownstown folks are pretty excited about what they're seeing tonight.
No tricks here. 4th and 25.
Caleb Anderson into punt. Long snap, low snap. He's going to have to hurry. Just gets it off. It's going to be a short punt.
Pretty good kick for under the pressure he was under. Wow.
He had 5 guys in his face, but he got it through there somehow, and Caleb Bollinger takes the kick and basically grabs it and falls forward a couple yards. It'll be 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 27-yard line. And that's where Brownstown will take over with 2:41 to go in the half.
I think they call that timeout to preserve clock, knowing they're going to get the ball back, and they're going to try to drive her down and score again. They got enough time.
Kinsler drops back. He's going to think air. Looks out to the side, and just a little high. Nice looking pass that time, but couldn't quite make the connection with Matthew Bell. That's a hard pass to catch when you're running to your left and you got to look back over your left shoulder.
It has to be placed perfectly.
It's a tough catch. People go, man, he should have caught that ball. Well, he should have, but
Kinsler's got a little zip on that pass too. It's not like a floater.
Yeah, there's a little mustard on that one, that's for sure. Stops the clock at 2:36. They're going to throw again. This time they make the connection, and they're picking on this left side cornerback. Bryce Sweeney's just simply not having the best night. He's been picked on and picked on. And another first down by Brownstown as they get it out to the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the pass. And here we go again. Clock stopped. Now they started again. Kinsler puts his man in motion, fakes a handoff, brings it the second man around. Look who it is, Derek Thompson. Very successful on that play. They've run it maybe 6-7 times tonight, and always a gainer.
Somebody heard on the play we're going to spot the ball on the 50?
It's a coach who's injured. He was out a little far and got run into by one of the players. We also have a Charlestown player down in the backfield, and they're going to attend to both of them. While they do that, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back right after this. You're watching Glycod.com.
When you want the best in oral surgery, try Kentuckiana Oral and Maxillofacial Surgical Associates. Think of us as KYOMS. Whether it's implants or dentures, reconstructive surgery, or wisdom teeth removal, KYOMS specialists combine their experience with the latest technology to give you the highest level of comfort and care. To find out about our 4 Louisville locations, visit us online at KYOMS.com. That's KYOMS.com.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
The injured Pirate on that play, Andrew Van Meter, number 8, the big linebacker. He's also a tight end on the offense, and they sure don't want to lose him. Checking his knee out for looseness, but he seems to be walking okay, and that's a good sign.
We were talking at the break there. The timing of the Brownstown passing game is really good, especially at the high school level. The ball is in the air before the receiver is making the turn to make the catch, and it's pretty good stuff.
1st and 10, ball at midfield. Kinsler puts his men in motion. Hand off to Thompson again. This time nothing. He'll get stopped at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10. Good defensive stop by the Pirates that time. Problem is they can't seem to get 4 in a row, which is what they need to stop this offense. Right. They can get 1, maybe 2. Here's a pass, shuttle pass. Caleb Bollinger with the shuttle pass goes forward about 6 yards, but he's brought down by Lucas Gagnon.
Now, technically, that's a forward pass, right?
It is.
But
part of the passing game.
Yes, it is.
3rd and 4. Kinsler puts a man in motion, gives him the ball. He'll pick up a couple of yards. It's not going to be enough for the first. It'll be 4th and about 2. We'll spot it down at about the 42, 43-yard line. Gagnon in on the tackle once again for the Pirates. It is 4th and 2, ball down to the 42. Minute 16 to go in the half. Brownstown, no urgency here.
Well, the clock is in their favor for sure, but they'd probably like to get another point on the board if they could.
No timeouts left. They get the play clock down to 13. No hurry. They'll set it up. Seth Borden splits out to the far side. Kinsler going to use every second. Or not. He's going to take the penalty. So they're going to take the delay of game penalty, and it's going to be a 5-yard step off. Perhaps just simply want to chew up the time.
I guess. I don't really understand that, but, had a chance. Maybe they, the punter has got the leg to get it back to the goal line. Who knows?
Well, as efficient as they've been on the offense, I think the odds were in their favor at 4th and 2.
Yeah.
Now it's 4th and 7. So we'll see see if this works out. He now drops back as if he's going to show punt. Lukes drops back quickly. End over end kick.
Quick kick.
Not going to be much of a return. No return, we'll say it that way. And the ball stopped as it takes a Charlestown bounce. It hit about the 20 and kicked back to about the 23-yard line, and that's where they'll spot it. 1st and 10 for Charlestown. They've got 40.3 seconds to do something here in the first half.
And now we know why they took the penalty. It's going to be a quick kick out of the backfield.
So the question here is, Paul, do you run a play or do you take a knee?
I don't have the answer to that question. Because really, you look at the stats, nothing really has seemed to work. One real long run by Marion Lukes, but that's basically been their whole offense the first half.
I backfield, Bollinger out, Avery out, and a toss to Marion Lukes goes back to the left side, out to the 30-yard line, gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3, under 30 seconds to go. Now they spot it at the 29, give him 6. Still 2nd down and 4.
And if they got a trick bag, it's time to pull one out. 10 seconds, clock running.
Murphy under center. Pitch to Lukes. He's going to try the right side. Nothing there. He'll be shut down. Won't even get the first down, but it really doesn't matter because time has expired at the end of the half. The first half, it's 28-7 Brownstown. Way out in front. We'll take a break and come back with our halftime coverage and more. You're watching Glycon.com coverage of Kentuckiana High School football. Stay with us, folks. Lots more to come right after this.
Hello, this is Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. I'd like to ask for your vote for re-election on Tuesday, November the 6th. And also, this ad was paid for and approved by Jamie Knoll for Sheriff.
When it comes to basketball, the Kentucky Wildcats are legendary. And when it comes to steaks, so is Pat's Steakhouse. Pat's opened in 1958, the same year the Fiddlin' Five won the national title. To make a reservation, call 502-893-2062 and check out patsteakhouselouisville.com. And when the weather's nice, make sure to ask about sitting out on the patio at Pat's. Pat's Steakhouse. They're not the best because they're the oldest. They're the oldest because they're the best.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Voniers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Voniers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Voniers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Voniers.com.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, oh, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save 'em up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Find out about online banking and other services by visiting Centra.org.
At the half, Brownstown 28, Charlestown 7. Mike Beck, Paul Love with you tonight. And Paul, this is not the game I thought we expected we would see, but it's the game we got. Let's go over some of those numbers.
The numbers are what they are. And again, in the first half, mostly Marion Lukes. That's no surprise. He gained 68 yards in the first quarter on 6 carries. One of those, remember, was that big 50-yarder. Second half, though, they pretty well contained him. 6 more carries and 16 yards. So for the half, he was 12 carries, 84 yards. The rest of the team, all in negative yards rushing. So for the first half, 20 carries and 60 yards on the ground. Again, 50 of it on that big run. Passing-wise, not too bad. 2 for 6 passing. One of those, a touchdown to Bo Branniker on 29 yards. The other pass to Duncan for 25. So they had 54 yards passing on 2 of 6. So total yardage for the first half for the Pirates, 114 yards. Spread out as we expected from the Brownstown side of the ball, had 19 carries in that first half, total of 114 yards on the ground. Nobody big except actually the workhorse there, Derek Thompson, I'll take that back, had 5 carries and 77 yards. He had a run of 28 and a run of 44 in that series. So for the half, again, Brownstown 19 carries, 114 yards. Passing, that impressed me the most. They had a total of 7 catches for 137 yards on, I think, not really accurate on this, but 7 of 10 passing approximately. So really good passing in the half for Kinsler. Total yardage for the half, I have them 26 snaps from the line of scrimmage, 251 yards compared to that Charlestown 114.
Well, those are your numbers, and that is kind of the statistical look at the first half. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll try to get you some scores of other area ball games and some other thoughts as well. That's still to come. You're watching GlideCod.com coverage of Charlestown and Brownstown, 28-7 at the half. Brownstown on top. We'll be right back right after this.
Friendly Neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save 'em up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
What brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance, no matter what time it is.
And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Just call or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Remember to contact Theresa Lamb in New Albany.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe. This is the...
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto tech's preferred.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Hello, this is Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. I'd like to ask for your vote for re-election on Tuesday, November the 6th. And also, this ad was paid for and approved by Jamie Knoll for Sheriff.
Mike Beck, Paul Love here. Halftime, Brownstown, Charlestown. It's all Brownstown really at the half, 28-7. But Let's take a look at some other scores and try to get caught up on what's going on around the area. Paul, you've got some numbers to share with us.
We do indeed. Had that Providence game at Floyd Central, knotted up at halftime, 17 all. 17 Floyd Central, 17 Providence. Silver Creek having their way with Salem in the first half, 20-0. And Jeff and Seymour in a real dogfight, looks like, 15 for Jeff. Seymour ahead 19-15. Haven't got a score yet on the Castle game with New Albany.
And Castle has to make that drive from the Evansville area, so I believe that game started a little bit later than some of the other games tonight. But as we get those numbers in, we'll pass it along to you as well right here at this one, 28-7. Any other statistics, anything else you got that you've worked up in our breaks?
Well, again, just looking at the game plan, Charlestown can't get the running game. I don't have any numbers to answer your question, except maybe penalties. We might talk about the fact that, and we mentioned this earlier, Reed May coached team to have 5 penalties in that first half seems like a little much. Had one big 15-yard penalty that hurt them, and the other 3 other 5-yard penalties. Charlestown, on the other hand, had 3 penalties, a total of 20 yards, 5, 10, and 5 each. So, other than that, statistically, there are really no surprises. Brownstown, a very balanced attack, as we might have thought. 1, 2, 3, 5 different players carrying the football on the ground. But again, I'll go back to the passing game. I think they're probably right at 7 for 10, they being Kinsler for Brownstown in the air, 137 yards, had significant, Thompson again, the 46-yard touchdown catch, and then Eli Brown has had catches of 18, 11, 25, and 10, along with Borden's catch of 14 and 13. So really, I'm impressed mostly, I think, with the passing game of Brownstown.
Something you don't normally associate with the Brownstown Braves football team, but when it's working, it's pretty.
No, you don't. Again, you talk about halftime strategies. I don't know what you say. I mean, really, Charlestown is back on the heels again. They're just really not able to get anything going offensively. Pointed out the fact that their main man there, 12 carries in that first half, which is pretty typical for the distribution there, but only one really big gain. He had a gain of 8 and 6, but they've tackled him for a loss. I have 3 different times. So Brownstown really holding in check the really good running efforts of Marion Lukes.
Okay, well, we'll go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back in a moment. Just want to remind folks that tonight's scoreboard update brought to you by State Farm agent Teresa Lamb of New Albany. For great friendly service from someone you can count on, call Teresa at 812-945-8088. She's right there on State Street in New Albany. We appreciate her support. We'll be right back right after this. You're watching GlyCod.com coverage of Kentuckiana High School football halftime. Charlestown trails Brownstown 28-7.
Busy, always on the go, and when you need your car repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop and Auto Service, you can now make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and are family owned and operated. They've been serving your family since 1954. At 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. Call Call's Collision Repair at 949-5245. For mechanical repair, it's 948-2778. That's Call's Body Shop and Auto Service. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
What brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance, no matter what time it is.
And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Just call or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Remember to contact Teresa Lamb in New Albany.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up Wear your seatbelts and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
Mike Beck, Paul Love here at Brownstown High School. As Charlestown trails the Braves 28-7. Just a reminder as we look ahead to next week, not too early to think about that game. We're going to head to Silver Creek, Sellersburg, Indiana. The Silver Creek Dragons host the Providence Pioneers. Silver Creek on the winning side so far tonight. You have a score from their game.
Yeah, 20-0, I think, at halftime on that one.
And then Providence knotted up at halftime with Floyd Central. So promises to be a good game next Friday night. We hope you'll tune in then. Coverage begins at 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock. But right here, this one a little different story is Brownstown putting on a clinic. How you open your home season. It's been pretty if you're a Brownstown fan. Yeah. It's been ugly if you're a Charlestown lover.
Yeah, you don't want to be in Charlestown's shoes right now, and they've got their dappers down a little bit, and it'll be interesting. See, they get the ball. Remember, they won the toss at the beginning of the game, deferred, so they will be getting the football back, and just need to get something going offensively because so far nothing has worked for them.
I hate when my dappers are down. I tell you, it's one of the worst days of my life. But Pirates come back out on the field a little earlier than the Braves do, and they'll start their process of stretching. And so let's talk about, we got a minute and a half or so supposedly before we get back underway. And you got to think adjustments. Coach Hawkins, he's not dumb. He's a winning coach. He's put together a really good program at Charlestown. Last year, first losing season in like 11 years. Surely he's got a plan, or at least hopefully he's got a plan.
I guess more pressure on the quarterback would help. But again, when you're flying in there not knowing really who's got the ball, that makes it difficult against that single wing. So, Marion Lukes apparently came back okay after hurting his knee or whatever in that first quarter, because he did carry the ball another 6 times in the second half. But, they have really been stretching him out and stringing him out, not able to turn the corner and get the yards that he's accustomed to getting. So, I guess challenge their manlyhood, if you will, in the locker room and say, this is not right. Let's go out and do something about it.
Well, I'm wondering, and again, you had more coaching experience than I've had, but wouldn't it be something I would think about is maybe trying some counter plays and getting Logston going back the other direction? Everybody keying on Luke, say to the right. Can we get Logston going to the left and surprise some people? Logston's really been quiet tonight.
He sure has. Ended up, I think, carrying the ball just twice, and lost yards. The thing I would say about that, Mike, is it's early in the season, so maybe the whole playbook's not even in there yet, and they certainly didn't think far enough ahead to think that they're going to be stymied this much in their offense. So I agree with you. Counter plays, motion one way, counter back the other way, those kinds of things, but not sure how full the playbook is at this stage.
Well, they're going to have to figure something out as it's almost the third quarter. They put 3 more minutes up on the scoreboard, and in doing so, elongate the halftime period, which means that we get to talk more. And
well, you can go over the scoring if you want to.
Yeah, let's go and...
Just scoring by sequence. Thompson, the first on a 46-yard catch from Kinsler, and the kick by Savakis. By the way, I won't repeat this again. All 4 kicks by Savakis have been good. He's a pretty good kicker. Come right back then does Brownstown. Stuckwish on an 18-yard run with 9:15 left in that first quarter. And then Charlestown answers back on a nice pass and catch from Bo Bronecker in that first quarter, 29 yards, kicked by Anderson Good. So we got a ball game. We got a 14-7 game, but then it goes right back in the with just 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Bell on a 1-yard run scores to make it 21-7, and then in the second quarter with 6:47 to go in that quarter 2, Kinsler on a 1-yard dive into the end zone to make the score 28-7 in favor of Brownstown, and they have not looked back.
Brownstown down in the west end zone.
Got another score coming in. I don't mean to interrupt you. Castle 7, New Albany 0, 1:53 in the first quarter.
Well, low-scoring first quarter as the Castle Knights and New Albany Bulldogs tangle there at Burke Field. And as the score comes in on that one, we'll pass it along to you, as we just did, thanks to our spotter, Paul Love. Your color guy. This Steve Bird is our spotter and producer. Steve is watching all those scores and sending them through to us. And by the way, if you're watching, we're looking for some interns. We're going to have some folks. A couple of young men have reached out to me already, and actually I got 2 or 3 names that may be a part of our broadcast, which will allow us to do even more and maybe take a little pressure off of you and I. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That'd be nice to get some defensive tackles and what have you.
Yeah.
Some other stats going.
So we'll look for that. But if you're a young person in high school and would love to participate in our broadcast and get some real-time experience, we'd love to hear from you. So reach out at us at our Facebook page, website, or YouTube page. You can find us, glycon.com. Well, now that we're done tap dancing, I'm pretty sure it's the third quarter. And with that said, let's get this thing a-rolling, shall we?
Sudeikis going to kick off for Brownstown.
And, of course, they wait to get the fresh ball brought in. It'll spot at the 40-yard line. Sudeikis kicks it from there. Deep for the Pirates, Lukes and Lukes.
Sudeikis is a lanky kind of kid. He's 6'3", 170 pounds, just a junior. Got a pretty good leg. At least it's accurate. We know that.
Marion and Devin Lukes deep for the Pirates. So far, every kick has gone to Devin. And this time it's going to be a little pooch kick. Braunecker. And we have a flag on the play. Illegal procedure on the kick. That'll go against the Brownstown.
Another penalty.
Bo Braunecker, one of the hands guys up front, catches the little pooch kick. And a 5-yard penalty will be marked off against the Braves.
Must have had somebody cross the line before the kick, I would assume.
Otherwise, I would take the result of that kick and just take the spot. But if it's illegal procedure, that means the play technically didn't happen. So they stop it and we'll start over.
I agree with you. It'd be nice to have the ball on the 45-yard line.
Now, if I'm Bo Braunecker, I'm thinking, oh, boy. Here we go again. Braves set the kickoff a second time. Probably the only miscue on the kicking game. Sudeikis begins his approach. And this time he kicks it away. This one's going to be taken by Marion Lukes at the 21-yard line. Across the 30. Trying to bounce it to the outside. Got some speed. And he'll be tripped up at the 39-yard line. 18-yard return from Marion Lukes. It'll start the third quarter, 1st and 10 at that spot.
39-yard line, huh?
28-7 the score. This quarter brought to you by Ernstberger Orthodontics in New Albany on State Street. Great experience with them personally. My daughter had braces with Dr. Ernstberger, Seth Ernstberger, fantastic orthodontist and a great practice and a sponsor and supporter of high school football. We appreciate their support. This quarter brought to you by Ernstberger Orthodontics. Snap, handoff up the middle, and there's a rugby scrum and a late flag comes in. They may call the Braves player for jumping on the pile. And
it is personal foul.
Yeah. Player was held up, but they're going to tack on 15, so that'll be a first down and a big break for the Pirates. An unnecessary play from the defender, truthfully.
Actually, Luke's lost a couple yards, didn't he?
Yeah, not much there. Different offensive set that time as Murphy was not under center for the first time in the ball game. He was back in a little bit of a pistol formation. They're going to make it a 10-yard penalty. I thought it was a 15 for unsportsmanlike.
And they're going to spot it on the
they don't know
47.
Where to.
47-yard.
They're a little confused, but that's okay. 1st and 10. We say the ball is on the 47-yard line. Good spot for the Pirates. Can they turn it into something? In the pistol. Hand off to Lukes. Goes back to his left side. He's got some room. Clears the first level, and he'll be tagged down from behind. Drug down at the 31-yard line. Will bring the chains.
Now, there was a little bit of a misdirection play like you were talking about. The play was going right, reversed his field, had some open running room, no backside coverage by Brownstown that time.
16-yard gain on the carry, Marion Lukes. Pretty much all on his own that time. Different offensive set this half. Murphy in the pistol. There's the snap. He's going to roll to his right. Sets up, passes. He's got a receiver. Braunecker. Nice. All hands. Braunecker.
What a nice catch. He had strong hands.
Wow, that was great. He brought that down. And then at yards after the catch, they'll spot him down at the 16-yard line. First down, Pirates. On a nice pass. Great catch by Braunecker, though.
Strong hands.
That was all fingers at that point.
It really was.
Because he had a defender all over him. I believe that was Derek Thompson that was in his face, and Thompson, a good ball player as well.
So here's the strategy change, Mike. They're going to the shotgun, like you pointed out. That gives the passer, Murphy, just a little bit more time to see downfield for quick passes.
Passing game gets opened up. That may open some lanes for Lukes on the ground, too. Quarterback keeper, a little option. He goes to the right, and he'll go out of bounds. He'll pick up a few. Not much there, but they're finding some offense here, Charlestown.
I'll give him about, 3 yards?
I'd say they're generous, and they'll give him 4 yards on that. He's down to the 12-yard line.
Okay, 4 yards it is. Again, the main thing is Charleston's moving the football. Penalties helped them, of course, which is surprising, but Brownstown team, that was their 6th penalty.
2nd down and 6, ball at the 12-yard line. Opening drive of the second half. Charlestown showing a little bit of life here. They're down by 3 touchdowns. Hand off to Lukes. He's in trouble quickly. May get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be all. Simply nothing there. He went right into a black storm.
Yeah, where's that blocking up front? Because, like you say, there was a wall there.
Lost a yard on the carry. It'll be 3rd and 7. I give the props to that defensive line for Brownstown. They do not have the size that matches up, and on paper you'd think that Charlestown should be able to push them around, but they're not having any part of that. 3rd and 7. This is a big play. Murphy drops back, gets bumped around. He's pulled it down. He's going to try to run for his life, and he'll run out of bounds, but it's going to be a loss of yards. Good defensive play there by Brownstown. And he loses about 6 on that play. It's going to be 4th and 12. Ball all the way back to the 18-yard line.
That hurts. 4th and a bunch, 12.
Yep, 4th and 12.
Again, passing that time, not much time in the backfield, had to scramble, running for his life.
Well, what you're seeing here is that Brownstown is adjusting to the change that they're seeing in the offense of Charlestown.
Right. Got to have quick release on these passes.
Big 4th down play, and we've got a timeout called. Charlestown coach Hawkins wants to talk it over. Didn't like what he saw. He took a break. We'll take a quick one as well. We'll be right back right after this. Glycod.com coverage of Kentuckiana High School football continues right after this.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Mike Beck, Paul Love here Third quarter, 28-7. Charlestown in a 4th and 12 situation. Huge play right here in the ball game. Murphy in the shotgun, nobody behind him. Definitely going to throw it. Puts it up in the air, has a receiver, and overthrows Marion Lukes, who was not looking for the ball. Murphy had to get it out of there, and as a receiver, you got to get your head around, especially in a critical situation as that one was.
Absolutely. Turn the ball over to Brownstown on downs.
1st and 10, Brownstown takes over. Change of possession, keeps the ball at the 18-yard line. 9:29 to go, third quarter. 28-7, Brownstown Central continuing to demonstrate their dominance. Kinsler drops back. He's thinking about passing, but he's got somebody open all the way downfield. Devin Lukes comes in to make the stop, but he throws nearly 50 yards in the air and into the hands of Caleb Bollinger. And the referee's limping down the field. He's coming down slowly. I don't know if he twisted his ankle or what, but you see the ref was just trying to hobble downfield. He's out of camera shot, unfortunately.
Boy, nice play that time. Kinsler again. He was changed the direction, avoided the tackler, and throws the ball downfield.
1st and 10, ball to 44.
38-yard pass play, by the way.
Kinsler hands off. Bollinger on the carry. Devin Lukes meets him and shoulder tackles him out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Big run by Bollinger. First the pass, the reception, and now the run. Both of them by Bollinger. Ball spotted at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10. Wow. Just when you think Charlestown might be getting something going, they get shut down in the red zone, and then the Braves come back in 2 plays. They've gone 3/4 of the field. Kinsler calls his own number, runs up the middle, positive yards. Taken down by Avery Duncan, but not before he picked up, I'm going to say
5 yards.
5 yards.
Yep. Yeah, they're only giving 4 on that 2nd and 6.
Yeah. Snap. Bollinger on right side, and Bollinger to the end zone. No, they say he stepped out of bounds again. The side judges are giving him no love. He knocked the pylon down, but not before he stepped out of bounds, and that side judge says, no, nothing doing.
So where are they going to spot the ball is the big question.
Inside the 1, it's 1st and goal on the half-foot line. I mean, it is close. They won't measure anymore, but the guy will not give the kid a break on a touchdown. I'm telling you.
He earned it.
Kinsler's going to just walk this one in, I'm afraid. No, they're going to hand it back to Bollinger and say, you get the touchdown, son.
You got it, too.
That was Bollinger that entire drive. He goes a foot.
I'd say he earned it.
Yeah, he deserved that.
Yeah, 38-yard pass play and 19-yard carry, 17 yards. Yeah, he earned it.
That was all Bollinger. But that is the beauty of this Brownstown Central offense, is that they've got multiple weapons, and none of them, I don't mean this disrespectfully in any way, but none of them are what you'd call the stud athlete or the superstar of the team or the guy that's the spotlight and everybody's focused on.
They're quick, I will give them that, and they're deceptive.
So good. Savakis, his kick is up and on target, and no surprise there.
Well, thought Charleston might have something going there to start that second half. All the way down the field and just fizzled out at the end. It's kind of like you pointed out, Mike. It's kind of like it got to be kind of a chess game. Like this is, I'll make my move, now you make yours, and the move Brownstown made seemed to be a better move.
Well, Charlestown started getting some positive yardage on that first drive right after the half, and they moved the ball downfield, but it took about 5 plays for Brownstown to figure out what they were doing, and their defense adjusted. That's the only way I can describe it. You fool me 3 or 4 times, and then boom, we got you.
You know, you sit here at 35-7. Now, we didn't expect this. By no means did we expect this.
No.
But you got to give credit to Brownstown. I mean, they're like a machine out there tonight.
We saw this same type of performance a year ago as we came here.
Silver Creek.
Came here on a roll and got steamrolled. Similar score. Savakis, deep kickoff this time over the head. And it rolls out of bounds inside the 5. A break for the Pirates in a small way.
Showed his leg off a little bit that time, though. He did get it ball down. I guess they're trying to kick it away from Luke's, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I believe that's the case.
Yeah, that's the reason it's going out of bounds. Going to spot the ball now. Going out of bounds, automatically set on what, the
35-yard line.
35.
1st and 10, ball at the 35. You know, if I'm Coach Hawkins, maybe what I do on that kickoff is I put the 2 Lukes together, just stand them together right at the mid spot.
Yeah, let them divide when the guys getting ready to kick it.
Yeah, that way he can't adjust at the last second. Back to the I formation. Avery Duncan split out far side. Luke's the deep back, and he'll take the pitch. Goes to the left. It's nothing. Simply just nothing there.
Lost a yard.
Braden Walker, the first man to him. 4 or 5 Braves on top of him. Braden Walker comes out. They're not huge kids. They're just fast. They fly to the ball, and they make good fundamental football tackles.
I like that shotgun. Get Murphy back there. See if he can find his Moniker, the big guy. Throw it down the field.
Luke's lost a yard on the carry. 2nd down and 11. Back to the 34. 7.5 to go, 3rd quarter. And Murphy drops back to pass, looking for protection, scrambles around. He's running out of time, but he gets it into the hands of Duncan, and a great catch. He had that clean. That was a great catch by Avery Duncan.
It really was. Nice pass, too. Ball spotted on the 34-yard line, so where's this going to put it?
And we've got an injured Pirate on the ground, and I hope that's not the quarterback, but I think it may be. And that is Braden Murphy, and he is hurt. And while they attend to him, there's a penalty flag on the play.
The 18-yard pass and catch from Avery Duncan that time. Like I say, very well executed.
Yeah, it was a nice pass.
I hate to see Murphy go down if that is him.
Yeah, player down, 40 ball on the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. While they attend to the injured player, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Stay with us, folks. More football coming your way.
W.M. Kelly Company, complete metal manufacturing located in New Albany. They are always looking for experienced welders and machine operators. If you're interested in becoming part of their team, contact W.M. Kelly's Human Resources Office at 812-945-3529 or send an email to info@wmkelly.com. W.M. Kelly. Designing, building, innovating.
Mike Beck, Paul Love with you. That injury was to the quarterback of the Pirates, Braden Murphy. He'll have to sit out for at least a play. Lukes takes over at the QB spot. Pass interference was the penalty call. It was waved off. Lukes. It's as if there was no offensive line. You remember playing in the backyard when you had one guy as a center and they came in straight at you?
Lost his helmet.
And Lukes is going to have to leave the field because he lost his helmet. Now, will Murphy be able to come back in the game? And it looks like he's going to be okay. Loss of 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 15. And what can go wrong is going wrong tonight for the Pirates. Frustrating night.
Glad that Murphy's back in the game, not hurt. He made a nice play there to get that ball released. And like I say, you're just vulnerable after you throw a ball like that and you get hit.
Well, he's making a heroic effort to try to keep his team in the ball game, and you're going to take some shots when you do that. Devin Lukes checks in. His brother Marion had to sit out a play because his helmet came off. Braden Murphy, the quarterback, back in the ball game, and we've got some confusion here. We're not sure exactly. I think they ran off too much time on the clock. They're putting some seconds back up. Every one of those is precious tonight. They'll start the clock at 6:55. Murphy in the pistol. Devin Lukes behind him. Logston split out to the near side. 2 receivers to the top. Murphy going to throw it. Puts it up in the air. A lot of altitude and just throws it out of bounds. Well beyond the hands of Bo Braunecker. He was 5 yards, maybe 10 yards overthrown on that play. 3rd and 15.
Just wish I had an answer for Charlestown. I know they're searching. Murphy kept coming back after getting the play call. Got 6:36, as you can see, on the clock. I think we're beyond the point where we hope that Charleston will make a comeback. I'd just like to see them make it respectable a little bit.
Murphy in the pistol. Devin Lukes behind him. And there's just
they're coming.
No offensive line help. He has no time to throw. If the pass doesn't happen within 3 seconds, it's not going to happen. Huge loss on the play. They'll set it at the 40-yard line, and it brings up 4th down.
They're just lowering their heads and going. Strong rush on the passer.
It's 4th and 22. Punting situation. Caleb Anderson trots on the field. Remember that last punt before the half?
Yeah.
It was like
how to get it off.
Trying to kick it through the redwood trees. I mean, it was surrounded by Braves and somehow got it out of there after a low snap. Created a little bit of a problem. And we have a penalty. Flag thrown and another 5-yard penalty against the Pirates. Ball back now to the 35-yard line. It'll be 4th and 27.
Look who's back to receive. Isn't that Bollinger?
That is Bollinger deep. Standing right on his own 35-yard line. This time the snap is good and the kick
is short.
A little short. It's going to take a good bounce, though, for Charlestown, and Bollinger wisely stays away.
On the 36-yard line.
Where it's whistled dead, and it'll be 1st and 10, Brownstown. A near capacity Brownstown crowd here tonight, and they're getting their...
they're loving it.
Yeah, they're getting their exactly what they came to see. Dedicate this field with a win. I think that was the goal tonight. Plus, if they can knock off a rival in Charlestown, hey, that's icing on the cake.
It really is. Big challenge, and they met it.
1st and 10, Kinsler in the shotgun. Hands off.
Bollinger. Didn't go anywhere.
That's Stuckwish.
Oh, is it Stuckwish?
Yeah.
Sorry. Thought it was a 2. No, it's an 8. You're right.
That'll bring up 2nd down. They lost a...
Lost 2.
Yep, 2nd and 12. Just kind of a quiet night here. Not much noise from the Charlestown side. Fakes the handoff to Thompson, puts it up in the air, has a receiver open. What a great pass.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. Braden Walker caught that in stride. That pass couldn't have been thrown any better. Kinsler putting on a show here in the air, and you just don't expect that out of a Brownstown team.
There you go. 36-yard. Who was the receiver?
That was Braden Walker.
Walker. I was going to say, I hadn't got him down yet. 36 yards.
1st and 10, ball at the 31-yard line. Kinsler hustles him up. No huddle. Man in motion. And we got a ball on the ground, and it's covered by Charlestown. Is it a fumble or was it a forward pass? And they're going to say it was a fumble, and that will be a turnover. Boy, that's a rare miscue from Brownstown. One of the things they do well is protect the ball. And Coach Reed May has drilled that in their head with all that movement and all those fakes. One of the things that you can do easily is knock it loose. And they've been very good at that over the years. Tonight, they cough one up. 1st and 10. Charlestown gets a break. Ball at the 32-yard line.
Make something happen here, Pirates.
Is that a request or a prayer?
Well, I'm not trying to root for either team, but you just, you like to give some respect to Charlestown. They're a better team than this.
Yeah, they're just not having the night we expected out of them.
I'll give credit to Brownstown.
Low pitch to Lukes. Boy, he puts on the Jets. Races to the sidelines, but the Brownstown Braves race with him. And not much opportunity to get upfield. He's going to stay down as he was to the sideline. And they're going to replace him, I have a feeling. He's crawling off.
Oh, boy.
And took a blow there. Marion Luke's been hit hard tonight. And with 4:10 to go in the third quarter, he's going to go home with some bruises. 2nd and 11. Deke Brown dives forward, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. We'll give him a yard on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 10. Pirates just cannot seem to get any forward motion.
Just can't break the seams. They can't break the defense. They give credit to the Brownstown defense, though. I mean, that's
doing a fine job.
They really have stymied so many negative yardage plays. Which means their surge on the line of scrimmage must be against a pretty good offensive line.
Murphy under center, back to the I formation. He tries to put the ball in the air. It came out of his hand, I believe. I'm not sure if he lost it, but looks like Pirates going to keep it, but it's going to be 4th down on a punting situation. A little bit of a fumble perhaps, but Murphy covers his own miscue. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th and 13.
Wow. Just can't get it going, can they?
Rarely do you find a program that does well on both sides of the ball. Usually you have a school that's either an offensive school or a defensive school. Oh, my goodness.
Shanked it.
An awfully poor kick this time off the side of the foot. And the ball's going to come to rest at the 34-yard line. A net kick of about 4 yards, maybe 5. Caleb Anderson's had a good night, fairly decent night in the punting game, but that one going to hurt his average. 2.5 to go, third quarter. This game seems to drag on now as we go.
1 fumble and 1 pass interception. And several penalties. Not a clean game.
Kinsler looks to his left, has a receiver. A fake, breaks the 1 tackle, gets through a 2nd, dances down to the 6-yard line, maybe the 7. We'll see where they end up spotting it, but a nice play. That time it was Seth Borden. It is a 1st down for Brownstown as they go down to the 7-yard line, 1st and goal. Braves looking to add a few more points. They're 49-0 defeat last week of Corydon Central. Coupled with this game, they've made a couple of statement games early in the season.
Yes.
Kinsler, handoff, Thompson, left side, straight into the hands of the cornerback, Sweeney. No, actually that was Lukes, excuse me. Devin Lukes comes up to make the stop. Inside the 5, though, on the carry. He'll pick up 4. It's spotted at the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 3. 35-7 your score. Brownstown opened up with a touchdown under a minute in the ball game. Added a 2nd one before Charlestown even knew what hit them. Quick pass out to the right side, and that was one of the few bad throws from Kinsler.
Just what I was thinking. Just really a quick out pattern in the end zone. The guy was open, and Kinsler missed that one. How dare he?
The kid's human after all. I mean, he's really put on a show tonight, throwing the ball as well as running that offense.
He may have missed a pass or two. I got him 9 of 13.
Well, unofficially, it's still impressive.
Yes.
2nd and goal from the 3. Hands off. Thompson, untouched into the end zone. Another score. Brownstown making a statement tonight. 41-7. Savakis in for the extra point try. Borden the holder. Snap, hold, and kick. As the doctor ordered. 2 weeks of football, Brownstown has scored 91 points.
Ooh, and it's not over yet.
And they've given up 7.
Another quarter to play.
An impressive start to the season for these Braves. And I have to tell you, off-the-record conversations with some coaches and some other folks in the region, they thought this was the year Brownstown was going to be down. If this is down,
oh, wow.
I'd hate to see up, right?
Well, they're ranked 8th in the poll. I think I read in 3A. So, somebody knows they're pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. 42-7. Minute and a half to go in the third quarter. We still have 13 minutes to go.
We can look at the beautiful moon. I wonder if our camera's got a shot of the beautiful moon. It's a beautiful night. Cool. Great night for football, not for Charlestown.
She's up on the deck above us in the brand new canopy-covered crow's nest here.
Can she get a shot of the moon, your daughter?
If I could communicate with her, she would. But I can't get that message to her.
All right.
Our comm systems aren't working.
I'm looking for something to say here, Mike. Because it's 42-7.
Sadakis. Nice strong kick taken by Marion Lukes at the 11. Across the 20. Cuts back to his right, dodging some tacklers, making people miss, and he'll do it all the way out to the 35. Mr. Lukes is doing everything he possibly can. He's really played hard tonight. He's just not getting a lot of help there, and I gotta think that Coach Hawkins is going to have some blocking drills this week because he can't be happy.
Well, yeah, but you got 5 seniors and veterans and good players. Again, you just got to go back and give the credit to Brownstown. Whatever they're doing out there, whether they're stunting or what, we don't have the ability to see inside the line there what's going on, but they're pretty good.
1st and 10, ball at the 35. Tight formation. Murphy hands off. Luke straight ahead. 4 yards before he's brought down. Number of Braves in on the tackle, including Trayton Ream. I called his name earlier in the ball game. We give Luke's 4. 2nd and 6.
I mean, again, giving Brownstown the credit, there's been 5 tackles for a loss on Luke's just in the third quarter.
Under center, Logston and Luke's behind him. Hand off to Luke's. And even when they run that, they just don't look fluid. They look like they're hopping around or people are not where they're supposed to be. Some of that has to go to Brownstown as they're disrupting even the first step of that offensive line.
And you look at the size of their interior defensive line, they're not that big. I'm not saying number 4, number 20, they're not big kids.
No, they're not. Picked up a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd and 4.
55's got a little size on him. That's Trayton Ream.
But I do not believe they're going to get this play off before the end of the break. So he cannot get out there and get set in time. Or does he? He gets the play off. Rolls to his left, passes in the air, and it's going to be incomplete. And he took a shot there at the end of the play. Hit hard by Matthew Bell.
Luke's just stood up. In the backfield, he thought the play was dead, as did I, sort of.
Well, the referees let it go, and as a result, it's an incomplete pass. And at the end of 3, Brownstown 42, Charlestown 7. More football coming your way right after this. Stay with us.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
When you want the best in oral surgery, try Kentuckiana Oral and Maxillofacial Surgical Associates. Think of us as KYOMS. Whether it's implants or dentures, reconstructive surgery, or wisdom teeth removal, KYOMS specialists combine their experience with the latest technology to give you the highest level of comfort and care. To find out about our 4 Louisville locations, visit us online, KYOMS.com. That's KYOMS.com.
Fourth quarter, punting situation, 4th and 4, and they're going to have to kick it away. Charlestown puts it up, and a fair catch called for and taken by Bollinger, and it'll be first down for the Braves. And I believe you have a scoring update, if I'm not mistaken.
I think there was a correction from a score we got earlier. We had it at Providence and Floyd tied at 17, and it was actually Providence 17, Floyd 10, and now we've got a score Castle 17-7 in the second quarter, 3:22 remaining. So Castle ahead of New Albany 17-7.
Handoff up the middle, and that carry by Sam Huber straight ahead. He gets about 7, maybe 8, and it is 8 yards on the carry. It'll be second down and 2 to start the fourth quarter. 42-7. Brownstown Central putting on a show tonight. Motion, Kinsler. Handoff. We have first down. And 3 more and a late hit. Flag comes in. And that was a hard late hit, by the way.
Who was it, ball carrier? Was that Kinsler?
No, the carrier on that play
was
Walker. Was Braden Walker.
Walker, right. So we're going to give him,
he got 5 yards on the carry.
Yeah, there you go.
And add 15 more.
A little frustration foul, probably.
It certainly was. But not one that was in a closet, we'll say. It was pretty obvious to everybody. They're going to throw that every time. I mean, you might have gotten away with that 50 years ago, and I'm not saying it was right 50 years ago, but we're in a different era, and defenseless player.
Yeah, safety.
And rightly so. I'm not criticizing it at all.
There's only one thing I'd say: the helmet off. If the guy's helmet comes off, he's okay. I guess maybe the concussion thing again, but why they have to sit out if they're perfectly fine.
Handoff again to Walker to the right side. Goes ahead for 3 yards. Second and 7. Inside the 35 of just short of the 34-yard line.
So Walker, first 2 carries of the game for him in the fourth quarter. So they're using some more of their backs. Sam Huber actually only carried the ball once in the first half, and he's carried it for 8 yards here in the fourth quarter as well. So some other players getting some action.
Yeah. And why not share the love? Huber with the direct snap and comes out of the pile with the ball. Charlestown finds him late, comes out of there squirrely. And they get a hold of him right at the 21-yard line. First and 10. Just outside the red zone. Brownstown knocking on the door again.
Chewing up the yards.
And racking up the points.
Yeah, Charlestown's just deflated. They they'll have to go back home and regroup. Who they got coming up next week? I can't remember.
Clarksville, I believe.
Didn't mean to put the pressure on you. We haven't looked at that advanced schedule yet.
I've got the information, just not at my fingertips.
Number 4.
Big run by Walker. Inside the 10-yard line, it'll be first and goal. And yes, to answer your question. And I do have an answer to your question.
Okay.
Somewhere. It's in here somewhere. Thanks to our good buddy Steve Bird. Next game for Charlestown.
Did your guess work out?
August 31st at Clarksville.
There you go. You got it right.
First and goal. Kinsler hands off to Walker again. Nowhere this time. Addison Logston was there on the stop. Van Meter a part of it as well.
No gain?
Not much. If anything, he may have lost a yard or two. Ball spotted just inside the 10-yard line. It's second and goal. I'll say loss of a yard on that one. 8.5 to go in the ball game.
They're obviously using clock.
Every second.
Play clock down to 5.
Kinsler. Hands off to Walker. Walker goes in the end zone. And barely a touch. 10-yard carry. Walker tacks on another 6. Well, it's going to be fun at the McDonald's in Brownstown tonight. So I've been there after a game, and it's always packed. Well, it's going to be extra packed tonight.
Have to go somewhere else to get our.
You better get your fries down now. I'm just saying, get the fries down, because it's a party tonight in Brownstown as they inaugurate and celebrate this brand new field. Charlestown jumps off sides. Logston, little jumpy, and if I'm them, I just decline the penalty and kick it from the same spot again. There's no need to go through all that again. Sadakis, he's been perfect tonight. No reason to think it'll be otherwise, but hey, that's why we play the game. Snap is good. It's a bad snap, but they convert the 2-point conversion.
3-6.
As Seth Borden picks up the low snap, turns around, and hits Derek Thompson in the end zone. For the 2-point conversion, that make it an even 50. 50-7. 2 weeks of football. Brownstown's scored 99 points. They've given up 7. I don't know what other prescription you would write as a doctor, but I think that's the one you want if you want to get healthy.
That was Borden to Thompson. Even. I mean,
what next?
Yeah, everybody's getting in on the action.
Tinker to Evers to Chance.
Yeah, well, that's a triple play now. I know that
one. We'll just leave that out there. Yeah. A little trivia for our fans. Glycod.com coverage of Kentuckiana high school football. Charlestown came up here with big hopes tonight, but boy, they've been dashed by this amazing offensive explosion from Brownstown Central and led by Kinsler. What a fantastic job he has done. Hayden Kinsler.
Offense and defense. Defense really stifled.
Oh, absolutely.
Charlestown.
Kick is up. Devin Lukes will take it at the 15-yard line. Trying to set up a return back to the left. Gets through the first wave. Fighting forward. Throws himself down at the 30-yard line. A 15-yard return. And that's where they'll set up with 8:01 to go in the ball game. Charlestown really trying to finally get another score, something offensively to feel positive about. This game long been decided, but I don't know. I don't know what you say or what you do as a coach at this point. It's tough to try to coach your fourth quarter when you trail by 6 touchdowns.
It's almost one of those clock run deals, isn't it? I forgot what the rule is that in high school in Indiana.
Do not know that answer off the top of my head, but I'm sure that Steve Bird will know that and will get that to us. Devin Lukes tries the right side, and he'll get about a yard. 2nd down and 9. May start to see a few new numbers here as the moments slip away the ball game. I would think more on the defensive side for Brownstown, but so far they're really not doing any substitution that I can see.
Well, that was Devin Luke's first carry, so obviously he's going to get some PT here.
2nd and 9. Murphy under center. Straight off handoff to Lukes. And just nothing there. Actually may have lost a yard. Back to the 30. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Tough carry for Devin Lukes. They'll say it was 3rd down. Officially 3rd and 9. Duncan splits to the near side. I formation, Murphy under center. Logston at the fullback spot. Devin Lukes, the tailback. And Murphy hands off to the first man through, which is Logston. And he'll get about 5 yards on the carry. They'll spot it just across. Well, they put it down right on the 35. It looked like he got a yard farther, but their spots have not been too generous tonight for either team. It's been fair.
Oh, I don't think the officiating has had any factor in this game at all.
Now, their spots have just not been real generous. They've been on the short side.
Like you say, they don't ever measure anymore.
Yeah. It'll be 4th down, 4th and 5. Punting situation, high snap. Anderson gets it and gets a better kickoff than the first time. Loose ball. It's on the ground. It's still bouncing, and Charlestown covers it. Charlestown recovers the loose fumble, and they're going to have a 1st down in good field position at the 30-yard line. And quickly down there, Johnny on the spot. I believe that was Chandler Nolan. Hard to read some of these numbers in the press box because the lights are out in here so that we can see the field, but it does make it hard to read the paper sometimes.
Clock is stopped at 5:44. See who we get in the backfield this time for the Pirates. Devin Lukes the last time, 2 runs.
I believe we got Deke Brown in at the tailback spot. Logston still at the fullback, and Murphy, the quarterback, pitches to Brown. Brown starts to his right, cuts it up, and runs into trouble. Not far across the 30-yard line. They'll give him forward progress out to the 29, and I'd say that was a generous spot.
It was indeed.
2nd and 9.
Got a 1-yard gain.
Getting some substitutions now for Brownstown. Some of the starters on defense starting to come out, play at a time. 5 1/4 left in the ball game. Murphy waits for his team to get set. They're in no hurry. Hand off to Logston, picking his lane across the 25. And we get a flag thrown. We've got some fists flying in there, and we get multiple flags. Frustration going on.
Got about a 4-yard gain that time. Looked like.
They'll spot it down at the 25. So they'll give him 4. It'd be 3rd and 5, but there's penalties. Unsportsmanlike on both sides. They're offsetting penalties. We got a little frustration happening on there in part of Charlestown. A player took offense, and Brownstown responded in kind. And the end result? Nothing. 3rd and 5. Charlestown catches a break that time, as they call it both ways. They're obviously in 2-down territory here. Deke Brown, the deep back. Hand off to Logston. He bounces off the pile. One man to get around. He gets past him, and he's going to run in for the touchdown. If there's no flags, it is a touchdown for Addison Logston.
It's a 25-yard
25-yard run. Logston hits a big one here with 4:25 to go in the ball game. And some late points. Now, these are just style points at this juncture of the ball game. Anderson will attempt the extra point. And the snapper, the long snapper, the last one on the field. That's Candido Martinez. Snap, the hold, but the kick is blocked. And it's no good. And the score remains 50-13. A very quiet stadium tonight.
Winding her down.
Brownstown, they've accepted the fact it's a victory. The Charlestown fans have stayed around, but not much to applaud there. Nice run by Logston as he bounces it outside. We're going to take a quick break. We'll take a quick one as well. We'll be right back right after this on glycod.com. Stay with us.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, oh, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Dr. Carter's office. Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Injured player on that play was Candido Martinez, the center who came in late to do the long snapping. Looks like he injured either a knee or an ankle. He's hopping off the field with some assistance, and we hope that it's nothing serious for him. Stoppage in the play with 4:25 to go in the ball game, 50-13, and some of the Brownstown fans see this as an opportunity to head to the exits. Not many, but a few. Not a lot to say here. You're busy over there.
Yeah, my pencil's flying just trying to. I know what it's going to be like in this last, 4 minutes 25. There's going to be a lot of substitutions. There's going to be a lot of tracking of yardage and what have you. We'll get to close as we can.
As they say, prepare yourself.
There you go.
Anderson ready to kick off. Kick is taken about the 15-yard line by Thompson. Gets out across the 30. And they'll spot it at the 31-yard line. That's where Brownstown will take over with 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the ball game. And you got to believe that they're looking to get a couple of first downs and maybe run the clock out. I can't see Coach May
they'll milk it.
trying to tack on a long pass for a touchdown or anything, but you never know.
Going to have all new faces, I would assume also, would you not?
I believe you're correct, sir.
Yep.
Ty Meyer, the new quarterback. Kieran T. Meyer is how they pronounce it. And he picks up
5 yards.
5 yards. Ball out to the 37-yard line. 2nd and 5. Clock continues to run, and they will take every second of that play clock. T. Meyer, completely new offensive set here for Brownstown. Some younger players getting a chance to execute. Handoff. Braden Wilson is the carrier. the running back. And this time, nothing there. Tackle that time by Lucas Gagnon. Called his name a few times tonight. 3rd and 5. And again, the offense in no hurry. Waiting for the snap. Play clock down to 6. Wilson on the carry once again. This time he'll lose some yards. They'll knock him back a couple. It'll bring up 4th down and 7. And the punt team comes out on the field. The starting offense. Which I guess is the punt team. So they run off. The others run on. And deep to return the kick that we expect is coming is Devin Lukes. Kinsler back, takes the snap. Nice kick from the quarterback. Devin Lukes takes it at the 31-yard line. Got a flag on the play. Out across the 40 to about the 42 before he stopped. But we'll have to see what the penalty was. I think it may have been holding against Charlestown, but we'll wait for the signal. Referee's coming down. He's been gimping all night. I'm not sure what's going on with him. Just a reminder, this 4th quarter brought to you tonight by Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. It's an illegal block in the back by Charlestown. Different penalty, same outcome. Going to be 10 yards, I believe, from the spot of the foul, and that'll move them back quite a ways. Ball spotted at the 27. 1st and 10 Charlestown, 2:11 to go. Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll reminds you, don't text, don't do that and drive. If you do, shame on you. And I know some do, but don't do it. You get people hurt. Handoff, Logston. Cuts back to the center of the field. Gets some positive yards. Out across the 30 to the 33. He'll pick up 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Under 2 to go. $50-13.
Wish I had something to add, Mike. I'm doing the numbers here, and they just don't add up for Charlestown.
They're not even imaginary numbers would help at this point. Big 2nd down play here. Logston on the carry, trying to pick his hole. Finds a little bit of a seam and moves forward, but it is enough for a 1st down. Another rare, generous spot from the referee, the officiating crew. Normally they stop the clock on the move of chains. They didn't do it this time. I guess they were in a running clock situation or something. But Charlestown, no hurry. The outcome of this game decided before the first half was over. We just didn't know it. Under a minute. Murphy under center, 1st and 10. Pitch to Devin Lukes, right side. He gets across out to the 40-yard line before he's thrown backwards. Pickup of 3, 2nd and 7. They'll have to run one more play before this one is in the books.
Got a final coming in here. Seymour ends up outlasting Jeff 25-22. Silver Creek 41, Salem 14. If we had this one before, Castle ahead 17-7. 3:22 in the 2nd quarter.
Takes a knee. That's the ball game. Charlestown falls tonight in a big way. They took a hard one, 50-13. That's your final. We'll take a break and we'll be right back with our post-game coverage right after this on Glycod.com. Stay with us. More still to come.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
Where's Super Guy?
What?
No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Hi folks, Jeff Kennedy with HKC Roofing. HKC has a full-time quality control supervisor on all our jobs. That's why we provide the best warranties in the roofing industry. We're so sure you'll love your new HKC roof. If you aren't satisfied, we'll pay a competitor to replace it. Call us now for your free digital roof analysis at 502-212-1081 or go online at roofyourhouse.com.
What brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance, no matter what time it is.
And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Just call or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Remember to contact Doug Fisher in Clarksville.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Glycod's coverage of Kentuckiana Football Friday continues with the Postgame Show. A recap of tonight's action, recognition of tonight's top players, and scores of other games. Brought to you by Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. If you have crime information to report, contact the Clark County Sheriff's Office tip line at 812-280-2276 or email tips at clarkcosheriff.com.
Mike Beck, Paul Love here, post-game coverage of this game tonight between Brownstown and Charlestown. And Paul, this was this wasn't a pretty picture if you're a Charlestown fan, but if you're with Brownstown, you're pretty happy, I think.
Yeah, so let's get Charlestown out of the way, we say.
Let's do that.
They didn't have much to talk about. Really, the only player there, actually, Logston did a little bit there in the fourth quarter, scoring a touchdown on 25 yards, but only 7 carries, 37 yards total. Marion Lukes, who we pointed out had some crutches to helping him off the field, I think, at the end of this game. 20 carries, 95 yards. For the game, the Pirates, 42 carries, 102 yards rushing. 4 of 11 for 87 yards passing, so their total offense on 46 plays from scrimmage, 189 yards. A little deceiving because of a couple long runs there.
Yeah.
Brownstown, on the other hand, got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players carried the ball. I got a total of, let me correct that and make that 36 carries and a total of 221 yards on the ground. And 10 of 14 passing, 238 yards in the air.
Wow.
That's a lot. You know, that may be a little off. I don't know, Mike.
Not by much.
No, actually, I think it might be a little bit much. But 10 of 14 passing, I thought their passing game was a strength for them. Actually, they had 137 yards. That is about right. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. 457 total yards of offense on 47 plays. So, resounding victory by the Brownstown Braves here. 50-13 over the Pirates.
All right, we'll go ahead and take another break. We'll be back with our outstanding players of the game. We'll talk about that and more as our post-game coverage continues on Glycod.com.
WM Kelly Company, complete metal manufacturing located in New Albany. They are always looking for experienced welders and machine operators. If you're interested in becoming part of their team, contact WM Kelly's Human Resources Office at 812-945-3529 or send an email to info@wmkelly.com. WM Kelly, designing, building, innovating.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, oh, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No. When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
When you want the best in oral surgery, try Kentuckiana Oral and Maxillofacial Surgical Associates. Think of us as KYOMS. Whether it's implants or dentures, reconstructive surgery, or wisdom teeth removal, KYOMS specialists combine their experience with the latest technology to give you the highest level of comfort and care. To find out about our 4 Louisville locations, visit us online at KYOMS.com. That's KYOMS.com.
Post-game coverage continues. Mike Beck, Paul Love here. 50-13, the final score. Brownstown really put a whopping on Charlestown tonight. But time tonight for tonight's most outstanding players, and those outstanding players are brought to you by Kentuckiana Oral Surgery, with 4 locations to serve you, including their brand new office behind Menards in Jeffersonville. We appreciate their support and their sponsorship. The most outstanding players of the game tonight, I think they're a couple easy picks, don't you, Paul?
Really, pretty much so. A courageous effort by Marion Lukes for Charlestown. Had him with 20 carries and 95 total yards, and did not carry the ball in the fourth quarter. As a matter of fact, again, I think he might be hurt, and our prayers are with him that he may not be hurt seriously. They can get back into action next week. So, outstanding player for Charlestown, Marion Lukes.
And then across the field, I think it's a unanimous choice here in the booth. Hayden Kinsler, the quarterback of the Braves, just an outstanding show, not just in how he ran the offense and orchestrated the running game, but what an arm. The kid's got some props for the passing game as well.
Right, just sophomore? Is that
a junior?
Oh, he is a junior. I'm sorry.
He's a junior.
Oh, he's still not a senior. So that means, yeah, he got a touchdown on a 1-yard plunge. But I'm like you. His passing was. I think we saw one pass made that was not a very good pass that he threw. The rest of them are all on the mark. 10 of 14 we had him, and 238 yards. And again, give credit. Don't forget Derek Thompson. I guess running game. He had 7 carries, 80 yards, and 2 TDs. He's the only player for Brownstown that scored 2 touchdowns out of their 6. Is that right? 6 touchdowns, or was it 7? 7 touchdowns. That's right. 1 extra or 1 2-point conversion. So congratulations again. A really outstanding effort by Hayden Kinsler, the Brownstown junior.
All right. Well, for more information on tonight's winners and for a listing of all the area winners for our players of the game, you can visit glycod.com. Thanks to Kentuckiana Oral Surgery, our outstanding player of the game sponsor. We'll take one final break. We'll be back with final scores across the region tonight. Lots of action. We'll tell you how it's turned out right after this.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm an extremely average golfer. I take my first full swing of the day and hit a perfect duck hook over the frontage road and right through your windshield. You yank the wheel and end up OB in a water hazard. And if you have cut rate insurance, you could be out a whole lot of green. So get Allstate.
And Floyd Knobs, call Allstate agent Packy Page today.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family-owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com. Many children in your community need a voice. That's why you should volunteer for CASA, court-appointed special advocates who stand for the best interest of abused and neglected children involved in the court system. CASA volunteers are ordinary community members, and as a volunteer, you'll receive plenty of training and have lots of resources to help you with your cases. For more information or to become a volunteer, contact your local CASA office or visit casaforchildren.org.
Paul Love, Mike Beck. Final score here at Brownstown, 50-13. Charlestown took it on the chin tonight. Let's take a moment and check the scoreboard for some scores of other area contests. Paul, I know you've been keeping track of that. What's going on?
They shift around a little bit. New Albany, we have behind Castle 17-13 at half. I think this is a correct score. Floyd Central 23-17 in the fourth over Providence. I think a final score, Silver Creek beats Salem 41-14, and looks like Seymour 25 and Jeff 22 is the latest score we have there.
All right, well, as they come in, we'll give them to you, and that's what we have as we're getting ready to wrap it up and put a bow on it. Before we do, let's get some final thoughts. Oh, don't forget, if you want to find all the finals and all the area games, go to glycon.com, because all these scores will be there on our score ticker right on the very front of our website. Final thoughts, Paul. Any
disappointment, really. I mean, we both hyped this game up as a game that we thought was going to be very competitive. I think I whispered in your ear there early in the game, I said, I don't have a very good feeling. Brownstown just awfully good here at home with all the festivities they've got going on. So, Charleston just needs to regroup, hoping that their star running back is going to be okay here in the end. We noticed that he did limp off the field, if not on crutches. That was Marion Lukes. So, really hoping he's okay. But congratulations to Brownstown. They came and they conquered.
They did it in style. Look at tonight's scoreboard, brought to you by Clark County CASA. Become a volunteer and enrich the life of a child. Call 812-285-0743 or visit CASAVoiceClark.org. Well, we turn our attention now, as this one is in the bag. Brownstown 50, Charlestown 13. Where do we go from here? Well, I say we go to Silver Creek, as the Pioneers, who are in a battle with Floyd Central tonight, will head into Clark County a little farther up to Sellersburg and take on the Dragons, who had a big win tonight over Salem. So two good teams playing pretty good football right now. Maybe we'll get a good ball game.
I'm not going to say it's going to be a great game. I'm just going to wait and see. No,
I have no idea.
We've been disappointed. Disappointment up here as well as for Charlestown. But Hawkins will get them going again. They got a good group there. They just need to get their act together a little bit better, get ready for next week at Clarksville, which should be a game they should win.
They should get healthy there at Clarksville. Well, final thoughts from me. It's not what we expected, but it is what it is, and what can you do? Great football game from Brownstown, though, and a great way to open up a brand new facility, a brand new field. So hats off to Brownstown and their team and their community. They're doing some great things up here. For a rebroadcast of this game, the most in-depth coverage on high school sports, you can click on glycon.com. Join us next week at Sellersburg, or in Sellersburg, at Silver Creek, as the Pioneers of Providence head into the Dragon's Den. We'll cover that game. Tonight's executive producer has been Steve Bird, with music by Jason Shaw. Ashton Beck on camera. Paul Love, your color man. I am, of course, Mike Beck, and we thank you for tuning in tonight. Final score, once again, Brownstown 50, Charlestown 13. You've been listening, watching, and enjoying high school football on glycon.com. We'll see you next week.
This live broadcast of Kentuckiana Football Friday was presented by Interstate Batteries. Outrageously dependable since 1952 and available throughout southern Indiana. For the dealer nearest you, visit interstatebatteries.com. Tonight's game was also brought to you by Centra Credit Union for banking and financial services that are centered around you. Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll, who reminds you not to text and drive. Kentuckiana Oral Surgery, with 4 locations to serve you, including behind Menards at Town Center Boulevard in Jeff. The W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany, designing, building, innovating, and now hiring. The Locker Room. Voiner's Auto Air in Jeffersonville. Big or small, they do it all. And by Allstate agent Packy Page of Floyd's Knobs. He'll put you in good hands.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcast, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter at Glycod. We thank you for listening to this live sports presentation from Glycod Communications.